in, I got out. Giving all glory to God, hold up, this ain't me. Tell me how we went from trapping to rapping on BET. Last week I told investing to the Kansas City Chiefs. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. They say trap a perfect mixture of Warren Buffett and Meach. No more shoebox money, them portfolios elite. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. I'm gone.
What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, and welcome to another amazing episode of Trappin' Tuesdays, man. Man, so before we get started, man, I just want to tell each and every one of y'all how much we appreciate y'all, how truly without you all, we have no purpose. Without you all, there is no Wall Street looks like us. Not without you all, the Freedom Center truly can't be called home. And without you all, there definitely is no Wall Street Trapper. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in, you know, whether it's on your lunch break, whether it's while you're cooking dinner, whether it's while you're at work still, while you relaxing. Golly, Jose, that one ain't gonna come out right, you hear me? But we just want to thank y'all, man, because, you know, episode 193, you know, you don't get there without some grind, without some dedication, but most importantly, we don't get that without y'all. So again, we want to tell y'all thank y'all, we appreciate y'all, we love y'all, and without y'all, there is no us. So we're gonna clap for y'all one more time. All right, man, so I have this thought process in my head. Just got back from Vegas, turnaround flight, man, and red eye. Flight was 2 hours late, an hour and a half late, and it made me think about the sacrifices that you have to make for progress, but therefore you need to understand that mediocrity is the enemy. Right? Like there's sacrifices that you got to make for progress, right? And a lot of times the vision and the plan is the easiest part of the equation, right? The vision and the plan comes easy because you can have the vision and the plan while you laying in your bed. You can have the vision and the plan while you in the shower. You can have the vision and the plan while you talking to your partner and them. And the great part about the vision and the plan is the more you talk about the people, the more enthusiastic you get. Right, you get good at selling the vision and the plan to the people around you, but the hardest part about the vision and the plan, one is the sacrifices that you know you gotta make. Two is the sacrifices that you don't know you have to make. Three, it's the execution, and four is getting past your comfort zone. It's the sacrifices you know you gotta make. It's the sacrifices you don't know you have to make. It's the execution that you have to consistently make, and it's the getting out of your comfort zone. And your comfort zone is kind of where the mediocrity lives at, and mediocrity is the enemy. And so as first generation millionaires, as wealth builders, as people and individuals who will turn our last name into assets, I want to ask you a question. What is the mediocrity that what is the mediocrity that you see before you that you know you have to overcome? Like the thing about mediocrity is like it doesn't kill you violently, it actually persuades you silently. Right? Like it doesn't kill you violently, like it doesn't like hammer you down and beat you down, but like silently it persuades you to stay still. And silently it negotiates with you about your purpose, and then silently it persuades you to succumb. Silently it seduces you. Silently it intoxicates you. Silently it persuades you, and it causes you to negotiate your greatness. And that's why I say mediocrity is the enemy, because it often isn't loud, but it's oftenly in a whisper. And the whisper is the most dangerous thing to someone who is trying to passionately pursue something. Because the whisper is often the thing that catches you when you catching a break. Like, you know, you could be playing basketball, you could be running, as long as your legs moving, you good. But then the minute you stop, it's the whisper that says, that's enough. Like you could be in a fight and you can be tussling, but the minute you step back to catch your breath, it's the whisper that say like, do you really want to go this far with it? Man, that really hurt. It's always the whisper. It's never loud. Like motivation is loud, inspiration is loud because it has to touch something deep within. But mediocrity often whispers to the thing you are often already tempted by. Like you already thought about quitting, but the motivation and the inspiration kept you going. You already thought about stopping. You already thought about how painful it was. And the thing about the mediocrity is it whispers to the thing that you silently tried to hide. So mediocrity is the enemy. Like you want to build wealth, but when the market gets really, really tough and it gets really, really rigid, when the euphoric feeling of the wins and the profits are no longer just everywhere you go, it's the mediocrity that says, hey, you know you really should just like quit, right? Like, why you really want to be a trader? Why you really want to be an investor? Do you really want to start that business? Like, you could just work this job. And the thing about mediocrity is it makes you start and stop so many times to where you actually, you are actually suffocated with the surrender of subpar progress. Right? Like you suffocated with it, because what happens is it's kind of like quicksand where like you fight it, but you feel like you're not going nowhere, but you fight it, but you feel like you're not going, and you fight it, and then you look back and now you neck deep. And so now it becomes easy to surrender to subpar, like progress. Like there's a version of you in the future that you don't even know that's counting on you to do everything right now. And the crazy part is the version of you in the future is not expecting you to be perfect. The present you is expecting you to be perfect. The future you just needs you to get there. All right, like you missed that part. Like the present version of you is striving for perfection, but the future version you're just saying, just get here. Like just get here. And I'm gonna take care of the rest. But the present version of you has so many obstacles that are actually obsolete, but you make them important. Like the present part of you is facing so many obstacles that are really obsolete because the future just needs you to get there. But the present is so confused by what's in front of it, so you can't see the forest for the trees. Okay, let me make that make sense to you, right? Like there are things that you have to go through that are necessary that you can't negotiate, but the problem is you keep negotiating, but you can't negotiate the necessary. But since you can't negotiate the necessary and you want to talk your way out of everything, that's where the mediocrity gets to whisper to you at, right? So you get decision fatigue. And you get tired of making these decisions that you feel like isn't making you progress. And so when you stop making progress, or not the progress that you think you should be making, or not the progress that you think you ought to be making, or not the progress that you see other people making, that's where the whisper gets intoxicating. Because the comparison is now romantic. You get intimate with the comparisons of other people's progress while leaving your own future lonely. And all the future needs you to do is get there. But you get stagnated by decision fatigue because comfort is, I don't know, enticing. Comfort is a joy. Comfort is this succulent feeling that you know is draining you, but it feels so good. Like, I know I need to get up and do this workout, but the bed feels good. Like I'm in my favorite spot. Like I'm getting the right sleep. Like it's hitting at the right time. And so now you disregard the workout. And you know if you disregard it one day, it's easy to disregard it 2 days. And once you do it 3 days, now it becomes a habit. That's how easy and that's how intoxicating the whisper is. Because internally you wanted to get up, but the whisper was intoxicating. So mediocrity is the enemy. And so what do you do when you no longer have the motivation? What do you do when you no longer have the inspiration? Where's that thing inside of you that says, I can, I will, I must? How do we transform the what I should be doing to what I am doing? Let me say it again because I think you missed it. Like, how do we transform the what I should be doing to what I am doing? And how do we make the what I am doing to what I've done? And then what I've done now becomes, this is my new normal. See, the future you is waiting for you to get there. It just needs you to get there. In any shape, form, or fashion. So tonight I'm not gonna like holler at you. Tonight I'm not gonna try to motivate you. Tonight I'm not gonna try to persuade you. Tonight I want you to take the internal lesson. I want you to ask yourself, if mediocrity is the enemy, then where is the superhero? Because every villain needs a superhero. So for every kryptonite, there's something that gives you life. So if mediocrity is the enemy, then what is the superhero? And only you know that. I can't tell you that. What is the thing that make you get out of the bed every day? What is the thing that make you do the thing that you know you need to do, but you don't really want to do, but it's necessary that you do it. It's imperative that you do it. It's life or death that you do it. What is that thing? And all of us have a different version of that thing. But I will tell you, if you tie that thing to something that's way bigger than you, it becomes easier because now the mediocrity that whispers to you can't whisper to something greater than you. Say it again. The mediocrity that whispers to you cannot whisper to something greater than you because the something that's greater than you then gives you a calling, and the calling is always louder than a whisper. So I'm gonna ask you, like, what is the thing that you connect to that's greater than you? Because only then can you drown out the whisper. A whisper is silent. A calling is, has an undertone, like a bullhorn, but yet like an echo. But it touches you somewhere that's deep, but it can smother the whisper. And so, while the noise of the market can play to your panic, while the noise of the market, and while the noise of your business, and while the noise of your peers can sometimes be really loud, while the mistakes you've made, and while the errors that you see other people doing, and while the judgment that you want to cast on others, while all of those things can be really, really loud, your calling can be superior. So what is it that you tie? What is that you tie the calling to? And so tonight, I just want us to think about the mediocrity and how often we fight for it and we give up on the greatness. We fight for the things that don't take us to the future, but we give up on the things that make us quit the present. Because oftentimes, the present, we are fighting for the mediocrity. And so tonight I want you to vaccinate yourself from that. And I want you to strive toward the thing you have been called for. The reason why you get up in the morning and you want to be in the stock market. The reason why you look at your family and realize that you are the person that can change you. The reason why you realize you're the first person to invest. The reason why you realize you're the first person to trade. To realize you're the first person that started that business and kept going. You realize that you're the first person that bought that real estate. You realize you're the first person that went to college and then realized that there's something greater than you. You're the first person in the family that put the family on your back. I don't want to get loud. I don't want to get boisterous. I don't want to get flamboyant. I just want to talk to you as a brother, as a friend, as a cousin, as a homie, as an OG. I just want you to say that you are worthy. I want you to understand that you have the ability to produce wealth. And I want you to understand you no longer have to fight for mediocrity when greatness is on the table. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Let's go, bro. Woo-hoo. Jose, how we feeling, bro?
Man, how you feeling? Fresh haircut and everything?
Yeah, a little fresh cut, man. My dog came through, man. I appreciate it for coming through. You know what I'm saying? My dog Hawk, you know what I'm saying, came through and blessed me. How you feeling, bros? Well, I did. Yeah, that's all we really be needing, bro. Like, we don't be, like, I come to realize that people really don't need, like, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just need to understand that we playing a bigger game right here and that they got to be locked in, bro.
Yeah.
It's time to be locked in, bro. Like, it's time to be locked in, bro. I think about what I did I flew out to Vegas, man. And, man, just a phenomenal thing, bro.
I say, what was that like?
Huh?
What was that like? Well, I mean, I know you got some revelation, something.
Well, I think that for us, for me, I'll speak for myself. In order for me to, I put myself in situations where I get to see the things that I'm striving to be. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do. And so a lot of times what happened is we can't see past our imagination. And what happens is, I'm gonna say that, like, as adults, we lose the childlike imagination, right? And then the things that we envision, we always connected to, like, money, we connected to, right? Well, as a kid, you just had childlike imagination, like, and it was just the thing that excited you. You know what I'm saying? You really didn't have nothing tied to it other than, like, excitement. Like, man, this is, you would come up with these things and, like, they made no sense to nobody, right? But they made perfect sense to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that you, like, strove for, and that's the thing that you, like, went after every day. And nobody could discourage you from it. You'd be like, man, what? You can't tell me I can't fly. You tripping. You don't even know. Like, you can't fly, but I can fly. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a great white shark, but I could be a great white shark. So you come up with all these things that you could be, and you're passionate about it. But as an adult, you get so tied up to life, and you get so tied up to responsibilities, you forget to have the childlike imagination. Yeah. Right? And so for me, go and see, this man who's done $100 million in 3 days and sold one company for, $46 million. It just makes you imagine that everything is on the table. Yeah. Right? It makes you realize that everything is on the table, bro. Like, and when everything is on the table, bro, like, you just move different. You see the game different. You see the playing field different. You see the board different. And so for me, bro, I'm just in a phase right now where everything is on the table, bro. And I don't want to get distracted by nothing. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put too much on my plate. I want to only put the things that keep me, like, knowing that everything is on the table. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get around that and you see it, bro, you just be like, damn, like, this it. Everything is on the table. Yeah. Like, there are no limits except for the ones that you put on yourself, man. And so, man, that's just kind of like where I'm at right now, bro.
I feel it.
Yeah, it's kind of like where I'm at right now, bro.
Getting active.
Yeah, man. So, man, let's shout out our people right quick, man. We got Tori in the building. I am Tay C in the building. Shelly Booker in the building. Shazam Mex is in the building. Chopper Fella's in the building. Nate the Great is in the building. Troy West is in the building. Carolina Blue is in the building. Ashley No Love is in the building. Aura LLC is in the building. Paul Bricks is in the building. SB Glow is in the building. George Pate is in the building. 9-8 Rastafari in the building. Prince Twin is in the building. Mo Ashley is in the building. Be Easy in the building. Nathaniel Higgins in the building. Stage 2 Trade is in the building. J Dubs 9391 is in the building. Leon Barnes is in the building. Thavion is in the building. Mike J8427 is in the building. Tariq 52 is in the building. Mr. Get To It is in the building. Wallstreet Mac is in the building. King Me 305 in the building. Blicky Spears in the building. Double R in the building. KB Mississippi Trade in the building. Will Mac 333 is in the building. Thug Perry is in the building. Mr. VIP in the building. Larry Morgan in the building. Dennis Clark 7589 in the building. Gino B 3600 in the building. My Dead Monster is in the building. Carlos Rossi 755 is in the building. Horace Moore is in the building. Flying Doc Q is in the building. Joel Blake is in the building. One Cool Rattler is in the building. Stello 76 is in the building. Earnso 23 is in the building. Shout out to I Am TC for joining. Welcome to the investors. Mason 2 Wavy in the building. Will Mack is in the building. Lawn Care Trapper is in the building. Ashley is in the building. What's good, Ashley? Bennett is in the building. Thank you for the super chat, queen. We love you. Infamous Lynn is in the building. E. Will, I see you, brethren. Pascal is in the building. Shout out to everybody that's part of the investor squad. I see y'all with the green. Eric OG64 is in the building. I gotta shout out all my people that got the eyes and investors out. Square Beers in the building. Road Dog 19 is in the building. I gotta shout everybody that got the I'm investors. I gotta shout them out, man. Blair 366 is in the building. Yeah, I gotta shout them out, man. First Gen Millionaires in the building. Come on, you gotta tell me that, Jose. Like, shout the people out, bro. Yeah, we gotta shout our people out that's got the, Gotta shout the squad out, man. Gotta shout the squad out, man. Infinite Return 365 is in the building, man. Road Dog 1_9 is in the building, man. I gotta shout it. Bud Thomas is in the building. Ken Big Play Mate is in the building. That's a hell of a name. All right, that's what we got, man. That's what we got for tonight, man. Freddie Cruz 6308 is in the building. Freddie Cruz, I see you, brother.
Let's get active.
Make sure y'all hit the like button, man, and share this out with somebody.
Yes, please.
It's gonna be a good show tonight, man. I got a feeling.
I'm about to say, what we talking about, though?
Man, we got a lot to talk about. We got NVIDIA got earnings tomorrow. We got a new Fed chair in the building. That can be a lot. I found some stats on what happens the first couple months for a new chairs in the building. So I got some stats on that. Man, we got freaking the Fed is about to print some more money in the market. So we're gonna see what that look like. We got the 10-year note on the rise, the 30-year note on the rise. That's interesting because those are kind of recession indicators. We got a few things, man. B. Thomas N.O. in the building. What's good, brother? So we got a couple things to talk about, man. We got a couple things to talk about that I think are real interesting for us to pay attention to. So let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. How you feeling, Jose?
I'm feeling good.
Come off a honeymoon?
Yeah, a little mini honeymoon, you know,
Ain't
get
no
back.
mini honeymoon, you on a honeymoon.
No, we doubling up. We're doing a part 2.
No, you just going on a trip at this point.
No. We still just calling it part 1 and part 2.
You going on a trip at this point, cuz.
No.
You don't go on a honeymoon and come off and go back on.
Who say?
Because a honeymoon is one long, like, extravaganza thing. Once you come back home, it's no longer a honeymoon. It's like, babe, we taking a trip.
Have you ever met me before?
Have you ever what?
Met me before.
It don't matter. You don't make the rules.
Yes.
You don't make the honeymoon rules.
Part 1, part 2, or
you going on
A
a
and
trip.
B.
You're just going on another trip. Ask the people in the chat. Ask the people in the chat. You don't have a honeymoon part 2. Like, hey, yeah, we're going to go on a honeymoon and leave, come home, go to work. Let's go on another honeymoon. No, we're just going on a trip at that point, bro.
Actually, I might do 3 or 4 honeymoons now. Think about it.
That's just another trip you're going on. It's not a honeymoon, though. Like, you're going on a trip. You're going on a trip. But because I love Ashley so much, it's a honeymoon.
There it is.
Because I love her so much,
There it is.
it's a honeymoon.
I think she say the same thing. Like, hey, there ain't a part 2. It's just a trip.
It's not a part 2, bro. It's just we going on a trip.
Like you said, that as a child, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, nobody can tell me different.
In my mind.
In my mind.
Man.
Woo! You know what I thought about real quick? I know we about to
Tell
get
me,
to that.
I'm interested. I'm so interested to hear what you thought about.
No, it ain't even really crazy.
I'm just interested. Your normal thoughts are just so...
I did my DEXA scan. Shout out to people who actually go in about their health. and I had like 2 pounds of visceral fat. Right? It's not crazy. It's not crazy. So, I did, I've been working out, doing the thing. But what happened is once I hit a pinnacle, I kind of fell off. I got comfortable. I got mediocre.
That's that. Know what it was? I know what it was. I know what it was.
What was it?
Huh? That marriage cha-cha. It's that marriage cha-cha, cuz. That's a rap now. Ain't no, look, where the big reveal at? We still waiting on the reveal,
that's what I'm saying. I fell off and I was like, all right, bet. So I started back up. And the main reason is a lot of times we get in a space of complacency.
Yeah.
And I was in it, but I was also living off of the identity of what I did with the first workout, the first 75 hard. And I was like, nah, you ain't that guy no more. You got to die daily to that thing. So today's day one, got my gallon.
What you want? I ain't gonna do 75, but I'll rock out with you for a minute.
Yeah, I'm in it. Like, to the point doing the water fast.
My birthday on the 4th of July, bro. I'm going to Italy, dog.
Yeah, you gotta be right, because you gotta have baby oil and all that.
I do not.
Yes, you do. You got to.
I do not.
Glisten all over the.
I do not.
Yep, on the thing. Yep.
I do not.
Baby oil gel.
I do not.
Watch. Soon as he posted, I'm gonna clip this up right here.
Snow baby oil, bro. I have never worn baby oil, bro.
Okay, whatever the shimmer, whatever that thing is that make your the tattoo shimmer, that.
It's called sweat.
No.
It's called sweat.
Nah, it's extra. Because it be on your wrist. Your wrist don't sweat. Nobody wrist sweat.
Perspire. Man, I'm going to Italy, man. So I'm going to Italy this summer, man. South of France. I'm gonna take me a little break, bro, and come back. I'm not gonna lie, man. We did the webinar Saturday. Shout out to everybody that came to the webinar, man. We had almost 2,000 people on the webinar, bro. That kind of invigorated me, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already do Trappin' Tuesday, but then to like hit that webinar, like, I just feel like I'm in that bag. I'm in that season right now where I'm like, all right, let's
get active.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to Italy. I'm gonna take that trip. As a matter of fact, bro, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna book it tonight, bro. I'm gonna stop playing. I'm gonna book the trip tonight. I was gonna wait, like, man, let me see what's going on. I'm gonna book the trip tonight. I'm gonna go to South, I'm gonna go to like Monaco or Saint-Tropez. Lead so we probably not gonna have a Trappin' Tuesday the day after my birthday. Like we got the Trappin' Tuesday on the 30th. We got the Trappin' Tuesdays on the 30th. I'm letting the people know, so don't be, I'm letting them know now, like, don't be expecting me. Like very seldom do we miss, but like, don't be expecting me. So like, we got Trappin' Tuesdays on
the 7th.
We got Trappin' Tuesdays on the Thursday. On the Tuesday the 30th. I'm leaving on the 1st.
And the 30th is the live joint. Make sure y'all get that link.
Yeah, that's a wrap. So look, you get me live, and then the next morning, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Saint-Tropez. Yeah. Saint-Tropez. I'm gonna go like Saint-Tropez for like the first, I don't want to travel on my birthday. So like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, I might do Saint-Tropez. Damn, I don't want to travel. Then that evening, I'm gonna just stay in Saint-Tropez. Travel on the 5th and do like the 5th, 6th, 7th. I might do that in like Amalfi. Come back home on the 8th. And on the 9th, go to New York because I'm going to see Hove on the 10th.
Bro, every time you tell me that, make me smile. You just saw the smile or whatever. To see my brother literally just got the bag to be able to just whoop, whoop, let me jump in this plane real quick. Now, I mean, I got a little coin, don't get me wrong.
Come on.
But I ain't doing the double dip, hopscotch across the, you know what I'm saying?
Hopscotch.
The hopscotch joint, I just be, all right, cool, I applaud that joint, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm thinking I'm gonna do something like that, man. Something like that. Somewhere in Italy, man. I did a mafia already, so I might move around. But I do know I want to go to like south of France because I saw it was beautiful. So like Monaco. There's a couple other places over there that I think look real dope. Then I might go to like Tuscany. I heard that was real dope. Like Florence.
So you naming all the things I just seen in magazines and stuff.
Yeah,
you know
man. But you gotta live, bro.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite
Gotta
place
live,
is
bro.
Orlando.
Life is to be. I had read a quote one time that said something, and it said 90% of people live, 90% of people exist, only 10% of people live. Right? And the crazy part is not that everybody don't have the opportunity to live, but we struggle for mediocrity.
Yep.
Oh man, I can't do this, and you lose that childlike imagination, bro. And I remember when I went to Amafi in 2024, I texted Elise and I was like, "Cuz I'm going to Amafi," but she like, "Why you want to go there?" I was like, "Man, I remember hearing it on a Jay song." I remember hearing Nas or Jay talk about it, and I looked it up and I was like, "Damn, that look nice."
That's how we learned a lot of our stuff.
I want to know. I
Wu-Tang.
ain't never seen and I remember I had a partner I'm really cool with, and he was like, "Dog, I like my food to look pretty like Mops." I was like, "What?" He was like, "I need my food to have like a little cursive words in it, like risotto." I was like, "What, bro?" Right? This was like, we was in the trenches, you heard me? We was like in the car one day, and we was just, vibing, talking crap. He was like, "Dog." He was like, "Bro, my dog's your mind. I'll never forget it." He probably watching this. He probably gonna call me and talk about it. He like, "Yeah, but I remember that." He was like, "Bro, I want my food to be pretty. I want it to have words like risotto." And I was like, "What the hell is risotto?" At the time, I didn't know what that was until I started eating at like Italian restaurant. Oh, this is what my dog talking about. And so, I just think there's so many experiences that we talk ourselves out of.
Yeah.
We talk ourselves out of experiences. And I don't even think it's about having like a bag, because anybody can go to Italy. You just save your money up to go. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? I just talked about it, bro. The future is calling you. Right, so what are you willing to sacrifice consistently to say, "Yo, I want to take this trip to Italy"? You know what I'm saying? And not, it don't have to be a business class. It don't got to be all that. It can be like, "Yo, what does it take for me to go get a nice spot in Italy?" Nobody knew what you flew when you went there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew what you flew when you went there. Like, I just want to go. So yeah, man. Anyway, let's get to what we got going.
Hold on.
I'm about to make 44, bro. It's a different type of age, bro.
So we went to the Cayman Islands. There were no mosquitoes, bro. I bought multiple little shocker nets I took with me. I had sprays, everything. I ain't had to take nothing out the joint. And then the other part, you said risotto. You know what my favorite word is, or food word? Ceviche.
Ceviche.
I need something that's ceviche.
Ceviche is good. There's a place, my favorite ceviche, bro. There's a place in Houston called Gracie's.
Great.
When we took with the Gracie's,
They ridiculous.
there's a place in Houston called Gracie's. Bro, they got the best cornbread I've ever tasted in my life outside of like my people in the country.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They even give it to you in a cast iron skillet.
Skillet.
Bro. My God. My goodness gracious. I know they stole that from a black woman. You can't show me an Italian or a white person in this world that made cornbread that goddamn good. I promise you that. And this ain't nothing against my... And they ceviche is phenomenal, boy. God, that was the first time I ever had it.
One of them aunties that got the little...
They come in a little margarita glass. Come with a little margarita glass. I said, "What is that?" It's like a ceviche. Ceviche it is.
Ceviche it is. Ceviche me.
Ceviche me. Ceviche hate to see me coming. Anyway, man, let's go, man. Let's get it, man. I hope y'all have fun. We just like, that's me and Jose little normal chat to start the day off, man. So let's get to it, man. Let's go, man. We got our mantra. Let's get into it. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will a generation behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man. All right, let's get to it. Somebody said, I'm from Cali. Ceviche is very regular. I think it's regular anyway. It's not.
I just like the way
They
it
just
sounds.
like it.
And it tastes good, but I like the way it sounds. I just like saying
Yeah, I think it's
ceviche.
regular. Shit. But pasta is regular. All right, so let's somebody said, Trap, I was at Gracie's yesterday. That cornbread, I'm trying to tell you, man.
So only thing about Gracie's, it ain't good for my visceral fat. So I don't know. I gotta come on. That's once a quarter. I gotta do once a quarter.
I gotta tighten up, man. I gotta tighten up my workouts and stuff, bro. Like I kind of been slacking a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely gotta tighten up, dog, as we get into not so much as the summer, but as we just get into
Age.
Yeah.
They said my upper body and trunk good. My legs stayed exactly the same. So I gotta do some more leg
your
work.
upper body and trunk.
Yeah, your trunk, that's your midsection, whatever. Everything went up in regards to the muscle density. But my lower legs,
Why you don't
they
take you some
stayed exactly the
Ozempic?
same.
Take you some Ozempic.
Nah, I'm cool on that. I already got a big head, bro. Now I look like
Take you some Ozempic, dog. It'll help you out fast.
Nah, I'm cool. Shout out to those on Ozempic, the trappers on Ozempic. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm not here to judge
do
nobody.
what you do.
hear
We
me?
love you.
All right, man, let's get into it, man. We got a couple of things that we want to knock out, man. Let's make it a great show for the squad. Thank y'all, man. Get the likes up on the show. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up, man. Let's go, man. Cheesy bread, man. Wa alaikum salam, man. Yeah, man, let's get it. So my squad, y'all can see this? Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? All right, man, so I want to talk about two things today. There's two charts I want to look at today that I think are critical. I had wrote them down. What were they? MU. Oh, all right. Oh, I want to show y'all a loss that I took. That's what I want to do. So the first thing I want to do is show y'all a loss. I like showing y'all losses because I don't be wanting people to get this thing confused. So it was a loss that I took today that I decided to cut. So, damn, I left my pen in my book sack. Anyway, we'll talk about it. So this, can they see me? All right, cool. So it was a loss that we cut today. I took an L today, and I cut it out. So I wanted to take that out. Definitely wanted to show the trap as this, and why. So let's start off at the top here. So you see this all-time high at 433. This is CLS. 433. This is it at the top. All-time high. So then you have, if you look at 412, that is another. As a matter of fact, let me do it like this. That way we can start from scratch. I'd rather start from scratch. All right, so here we go. All right, we'll create this high right here. This is our all-time high, so let's mark that out. Let's mark that out. Right, and then we'll come here and we'll mark this here. Right, then we mark that out. Right, and then what we'll do is we'll put a little box, put a little circle over here. Shout out to Rob for showing me how to do that a while back. I've been addicted to it ever since he showed me, and it make the chart so much cleaner. Right, now remember from that high here, we created this low right here. So you gotta mark that off. So you got your high, you got your low, then you got your new high. Right, so everybody see that, right? It's not confusing. We see it is easy to understand. Right, so now once we got the majors marked out on here, now let's go to the daily and we'll mark out some more. Right, we'll mark out some more. So, well, what do we mark out, Trap? Well, we're gonna change the color here for a second though, but this became a nice little base for us, but we're gonna change the color so we can see they're gonna change it to white. Right, and then remember of that one, you know, we hit this high here, which is right underneath it. Right, but from that high, we created this low. All right, so now we got our chart marked out just in the current sense of what we see, right? Just in the current sense of what we see. So a couple things happen. Next thing you do is you got to open it up a little bit more so you can see this right here. And if you're in the Patreon, you know what we're looking for here. Right? If you're in the Patreon, you know exactly what we're looking for there. So that worked out. So, well, here's what happened for me. So once it broke the 392, that was my cautionary signal. Like, all right, Trap, like it done broke this first piece of structural, this market structure. So it broke this key level at 392. But also at the same time, when it broke 392, it actually broke 387. Now, 387 was now, the reason why it's my cautionary sign and not my get out sign is because once you break the 20, I'm still looking for it to still come around my 50 and then now give me a major key level. And the major key level, which we see, was 362. Everybody see that, right? That clearly is why we have it marked over here, 362. That's this over here. That's this, all right? So that's a major key level. That's a major key level. So once it broke down, I'm kind of watching. Boom, Friday, it breaks the 362, breaks down to 359. And so now I'm like, okay, let me see if it, yesterday I'm like, okay, let me see if it bounces off this low, right? So now it done broke my 20, done broke my 362, and now it broke my low and closes below it. Notice what it does, though. It dips inside the liquidity pool, right? But what I did was, I was like, all right, bro, like, it done broke my 20, it broke my 362, and it broke the 351. There's no need for me to hang around, right? Because at this point now, you're looking for confirmation bias. Now you're trying to say, if it do this, it done already broke three things. It broke a minor key level, a major key level, and my dynamic support. And then the next thing was, now my 20 is slumping over, which is something I don't like. I want my 20 to be curving up, not slumping over. So all of those things are going against me right now. So when all those things go against me, I say, okay, let me get out. Well, today, what it did was, it opened below the 50, but it dipped inside of that liquidity pool, and it's still sitting right there on top of it. That's not a coincidence, but for me, I would rather just be out to play. And then if it does something like recover for me, I would want to see it recover like 392. I would want to see it get back in momentum. So if it recovers 392, that would be key for me, but I'm not chasing nothing that I took an L on. I'm okay with taking an L and just being like, all right, I'm going to go about my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all right. Like, take the L, you go about your business. Like, you gotta remember, like, sometimes people I don't get emotional about a play. Like, and I'm gonna say this, but it's not arrogant. Like, when you win so much, you know, like, the losses shouldn't faze you. My ego not gonna make me hold into it. I'm gonna just wait for the levels. Like, boom. Now, some people gonna be like, well, Trap, it broke. Well, once it broke, because we got in it, we got in it somewhere around 410 or something when it rejected up in here. So we got in it up in there. Maybe we got in it right here when it sat on top of 392. Somewhere, I can't remember exactly when we got in. Wanted to see if it was going to bounce on top of that, but it didn't. And so, but again, once it breaks 392, okay, minor key level. But now, once you break 362, that's a major key level. And then once you break 351 and my SMA is sloping down, that's three strikes, right? So you got three things going against you. You got three things that are going against you. So I don't want to stack things that's just like I want to stack things up that's going in my favor. I don't want to stack things up going against me. And now I start saying, well, I'm going to hold it because I want it to bounce inside of this liquidity gap, or I wanted to do a gap fill reversal. Well, let me get out of it. And if it does a gap fill reversal, then it's a if this, then what? right? If it gap fills reverse and comes back to the upside, then I know what I'm looking for to get on top of. And so, yeah, so that was an L I took today, man. That was an L me and the squad took today. You know, that was a squad. So, also, I'll show y'all something that really good for us today that I think was important. So a lot of people in the group was kind of like stressing about MU, and I kept telling them, like, stop stressing. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right. But you know how people just be stressing sometimes. So basically, MU, this is not a, this chart is kind of like all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a masterpiece. So you got to kind of structurally see what's going on. So notice I have this, I have the all-time high at 318, and then you see this red box. So that was the first liquidity pool that you can see right here. I'll draw a sign. You see right here, it used this liquidity and popped back up to all-time high and it fell down, right? So now, once you do this, you got these wicks inside of that. That pool has been violated, right? That pool has been violated. So then you have your next gap here. We had this gap marked out right here, right? So notice yesterday it came down, dipped inside of that pool. Today, it opens right up inside of that pool and gives you a good rally from, it rallies from 666, goes up to 726 and closes at 698. Which is a good move for MU today. And so as I told the squad, I was like, yo, like, how do we pay attention to that? Well, one of the things you go do is you go look on a 1 hour and you see that's the same pool. What happened? Gets inside of the pool, rejects, but then you get some follow through. Look down here, you see 1, 2, 3 above average volume candles. What do you see? 1, 2, 3. Now, it's not candle over candle for all of them, but I still like them, right? Still 3 good candles. Then, of course, it comes down a bit. But I like that it did that. And then on the daily, we still have your 20 going up, your 50 going up, and your 200 going up. So nice move on MU today to fall inside the liquidity pool, take some of those orders, go to the upside. As of right now, post-market, it is up 705. So as of right now, we can say that it did use those orders to do a gap fill reversal. All right, came down, got the orders, moved back to the upside. And so that's what you got to say. So now you have I don't know if I would consider that gap up top still valid because it's been violated, 3 times. So I wouldn't know if I wouldn't consider that. So I would really move this one. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't think this is valid anymore. Well, you do have one here. Let me reverse that. So you can use this. They have a small gap right there you can use because that's not touched, that's not violated. So that's being real surgical right there. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at that, and that comes in at about 759, between 759 and 776. So that'd be something critical to look at right there. So you do have a gap fill right there that you can kind of get in. You'll see what's going to happen right there. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's sweet, no big deal. So we stayed in the MU play. A lot of people kind of panicked on it, but we stayed in the MU play. But then we got 2 of them in. So just wanted to show y'all that. Did that help anybody right quick? Did that help anybody in the chat? If it did, man, make sure you like and send this out. If it did help, make sure you like and send this out, man. All right. So that's enough, charting with Trap, man. Let's go. We keeping it quick, keeping it easy. I wanted to show y'all a win and a loss. And the reason why I like showing losses is because I think people stray away from them sometimes. I don't know why, though. I don't know why. Drum kind of did the same thing. All right, let's go, man. Let's get into it. What we got, man? But was that a pullback entry? If you wanted it to be, I can't tell you what to make it. You have to make that decision, not me. You know what I'm saying? You have to make that decision. All right, so let's look at a couple of things that we have. A couple plays that we in the squad. So we in an Apple play, and I just got to give Apple its props, bro. Like, I like the entry we did on Apple, and they just been like thugging it. And every play on here, so I'm probably sitting on right now probably about 400,000, 400, almost $500,000 in cash, because we just been taking so much profits. And so we got Apple, we got ACLS, that's down. AEHR, that's down. The AMAT play, still holding strong. Amazon, kind of nothing major. ABGO did give up something today. BE is holding strong. I like BE. Caterpillar gave us a small move, but got to kind of watch what Caterpillar doing. COHR, really good. I like what they doing. Dell was up, then kind of fell based on what was going on today. So we're going yesterday and today. So we're watching that. That go our first drum play. Still sitting pretty, still looking good. Let's go a little further. Right, that goes our second drum play that's kind of down right now. Our second GEV play is down. First GEV play is doing really good. First Google play is doing good. The Google play today kind of pissed me off, though. Like, what the hell? They had a Google event today, so that we was up 22 grand. Google just took all that from me today on that play. I said, damn, Google? That's how y'all playing it? Goldman Sachs has some drawback today. GSIT has some drawback today. IGV, one of the things that I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, damn, even though software was oversold, I'm not worrying about the software. I'm just like, damn, why I didn't have my eyes on, and I usually always have my eyes, and I've been telling people about cybersecurity. But if you go look at the chart, bro, they've been on a 9-day run. So now I can't mess with it because it's been rallying for 9 days. So, and I've been saying like cybersecurity. So seeing CrowdStrike and seeing PANW rally for 9 days, I'm like, damn, how did I miss that? Anyway, Intel, we got that play. Marvell with a sweet rally today. Sweet rally today. There go MU, we up about 300 and something % on that one, you know what I'm saying? And that's after taking a lot of profit. We still up 30-something grand or 20-something grand. So let's go a little further. Latest MU play that we did. NVIDIA holding on strong. Big earnings tomorrow. I don't know how I want to do this, though. I'm not going to lie. Looking at some market content, they were saying that there's a 7% swing in NVIDIA either way. There's a 7% swing either way. I said, my God. Now, knowing that they usually tank after earnings, it'll be just my crap that I go put a put on that sucker and it shot up $10, you know what I mean? So, but I might want to protect my downside on NVIDIA, and I may do NVIDIA and a QQQ put just because, bro, just because. Nothing major. But yeah. We still in our Planet Labs place. Somebody was like, Trap, we still in Planet Labs. I'm like, yeah, we rocking with space. The QQQ play that we go, SNDK, that was the second one. It ain't doing too good. The first one is SPACEX. Somebody hit me up with like, Trap, man, what we doing with SNDK, bro? I said, listen, the big dogs move like big dogs. All right, so we rocking out. STX still holding it down. TER with a good turnaround today. You was on my watch list today to get rid of you by end of day. You did some reclaiming the territory. I'm not mad at you. TSM just not pulling it off. And WDC, we like it, Western Digital, pulling it off. Also want to highlight Walmart. So we finally got out of Walmart play this week when it broke 132. And I told the squad, I said, watch me get out of it. It's probably going to go to all-time high at 134, 135. And what did it do, y'all? All-time high. Walmart with all... After months of just dragging me through the mud, I said, hey, as soon as it turned green this time, I'm getting out. Got green by about $500. I was like, yo, I'm getting out. There's too many things moving. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Like, so many things moving like the way I wanted to move. I left Walmart to go get what's moving. Walmart said, you playing with me? All-time high. I said, ooh, you sucker. So shout out to Walmart. Shout out to Walmart. Another play I was looking at was Eli Lilly and Costco. Both of them have been doing. I had them on my list for a week. But sometimes you just be having so much on your list, man. You just got to be mindful of how you ride out. And some stuff you got to be willing to just sit out. I think one of the things people got to be willing to say is, like, it's okay to miss a play. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to miss a play. So that's what we got, man. If you want to come join the Patreon, man, come join the Patreon. Jose, roll that beautiful bean footage, brother.
Showing the Wall Street Trapper. Patreon.
So, if you're interested in coming and join the squad, man, hit us up. You know, we love to come in. If you're in the Patreon and you've been getting to it, like, put some fire in the chat or put some money in the chat. You know, let the people know, you know, we've been rocking out, man. We've been having a really good season. We've really been locked in. And so definitely would love, you know, anybody to come in a group, no matter what your experience is, no matter where you at in the game. You know, we would love to just help you, you know, put some systems around what you're doing, something that's repeatable, to help you, one, not be navigating this market by yourself. I think that's one of the biggest issues is people just navigating the market by themselves, especially in times like this with a lot of uncertainty. So yeah, let's go a little further.
Real quick, shout out to Jehovah1381 and Jared Pleasant 5828. And they said, yo, salute for updating the options masterclass. And everybody like, yo, I ain't even know. Okay, let me go back and look at the new stuff.
Yeah. And I still have about, I think, 4 more videos I want to add to it. So I still got like 4 more videos I want to add. So salute, man. I didn't know that. Yeah. So we got the options masterclass. Myself, I got Rob to drop a couple videos in there too. So yeah, if you joined the option masterclass, go check. Now you don't gotta ask me if the option masterclass is updated. All you gotta go is go look at the options masterclass. Right? All you gotta do is go look at the options masterclass. Somebody say, yeah, Trap, man, big salute on those videos. Oh, man, y'all make me proud, man. Y'all make me proud, man. Yeah, I gotta add like, I think there's like 4 more videos I want to add to it. There's a couple more videos I want to add to it that's real hard. I got them wrote out, I just gotta shoot them. But what we have in there right now is definitely bangers from support resistance, trend line, supply and demand, market psychology. I actually got 1 more of those I want to add. Fibonacci, dynamic support is in there. Time frame analysis is in there. What? Price action is in there. Yeah, so we lead is lead, that's a fact. So yeah, we definitely added that. Somebody say, Trap, this your calling, bro, help us get out the street. Yes, sir. Yeah. So thank y'all for that. All right, let's go a little further, man. We got the Freedom Index. All right, so here's the Freedom Index, man. Right now, Sean was up 31%, bro, last week. So we lost 5%, bro. We lost 5%, bro. So, but we're still sitting on 50K in cash. We up 25% year to date. I'm not mad at that because the market is only up, what, 6% year to date. So I'm not mad at that. We're still up 21% on the market. And so here we go. We got Costco, EME, Fix, ITA, MU, NVIDIA, PWR, STX, TPL, and Walmart. That's what's in the options. I mean, that's what's in the buy and hold. And so I got 50 grand. I got the rest of the year to deploy 50 grand. I probably, if we get a pullback like I want, probably in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can either do one more company or get in a position. So what I might do is, like, if TPL pulls back, I'll add something to TPL to bring the cost basis down to see if that helps. So I'll add something to TPL if the cost basis goes down and see if that helps. Or add a new, you know, I think a good SNDK, you know, something that can really give me some growth that I can get a nice punch, you know what I'm saying? My max positions is 12. So probably if I can get, like, I already got MU, got PWR. So maybe adding DRAM in there, not bad. We got STX, yep. So maybe, you know, WDC, something like that. I may go industrials, like Fastenal, something like that. So yeah, somewhere industrials or tech is what I might add to it. So anyway, that's what we got, y'all. Anyway, that's what we got. So your thoughts on the about STX decline? STX ain't declining. I mean, nothing can't run forever. Anyway, let's go, man. You want to come join the Patreon? Lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. All right, let's get to it, man. Ashley, you might go space with it. I might go space with it. I might go space with it. I might just say, screw it. Tesla IPO, SpaceX IPO, soon as it pulled back, I might go Planet Labs, ASTS, EchoStar. That's some place, that's a good, I might go space. So I like that play too. Anyway, let's go a little further, man. Let's get into it. We got a lot of homework to do tonight. Hold on. All right, so here we go, man. Since March 30th, and I want to see something right quick, y'all, because I just put something up and it made me think about something. Let me see something. It made me think about something, bro. Okay, that works. All right, so since March 30th, the S&P 500 has rallied 16%. But here's the crazy part. Just 10 stocks drove 69% of the rally, right? That entire rally. So Google, NVIDIA, Amazon, AVGO, Intel, MU, Apple, AMD, Microsoft, and SNDK. The other 490 stocks only represent 31%. Now remember, that's just talking about the S&P 500. So if you talk about some, Trap, this company and this company, they're not on the S&P 500. You got to remember that. These indexes are split different ways. So the S&P 500 contribution since March 30th, 10 stocks drove 69% of the rally. 69% of the 16% rally. So 490 stocks only made up 31% of the rally. Well, here's why I'm not mad at that. And I'll be honest with you. Because the market don't move without tech. So when people be saying that, I'll be like, bro, so what? I don't care what the other 490 doing. If this is doing it, that means the other 490 doing their job. Like, think about this. When you say Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, how much of that Super Bowl was on Tom Brady's arm? How much of that Super Bowl was on Tom Brady's arm? Right? When you say Oklahoma won the finals last year, how much of that was on SGA? Right? When Golden State won championships. How much of that was on Steph? Don't get me wrong. The other team make up, their 4 players probably make up 69% of the rest of the beat. But how much of that is on that? Am I making sense or am I tripping? Right, so there's always going to be outliers. So I don't be caring about when they do stuff like this. Like, oh, this is me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the Spurs might win the championship this year. How much of that's going to be on Wembley? 59%? 64%? He's 7'4", with the wingspan of the Empire State Building. What are you talking about? He can shoot the three, he can dribble, he take up a bunch of space. How much of that gonna be on him? I'm just saying, this what leaders lead. That's what leaders do. Why are we acting like this ain't what leaders do? Like, one of the things I don't be liking about the market is, like, people that be saying stuff is like, they try to implement, so the market is ever evolving, right? And so what I mean by the market is ever evolving is we can't always use the old frameworks that we had for a new market. So it's like, this is the first time we've ever seen an IPO this big at $1.2 trillion. It's also the first time we ever had a $5 trillion company pushing $6 trillion. It's also the first time we have 3 companies at $4 trillion. It's the first time we got 10 companies in $1 trillion. What are we talking about? Of course, they only get bigger. When Apple was the first company to hit $1 trillion, what did we say? This is the first company to hit $1 trillion. Of course. What do you think is supposed to happen? So I kind of just, you know what I'm saying? That's what leaders do. Leaders lead. And the more we live, I can promise you, if we live long enough, let me say this. If we live long enough, us who are right here watching this right now, somebody on this chat gonna see a company be worth $8 trillion. And you know what they're gonna say? This is the first company ever. Of course, that's growth, bro. What do you think Noah said when he saw rain? Damn, what is that? It's rain. I've never seen that before. I've never seen it before. It's rain. So, I mean, the 3 from the logo is crazy. So you tell me we ain't never seen Steph do that, though? We ain't never seen Steph shoot from that far back? We ain't never seen Steph. Now, we can say, bro, he a big man. That's true. Got to give him credit for that. But that's how the evolution of the game go. Right? Steph made it cool to shoot from that far. Bird made the 3 cool. Then from Birds you get, and then people start pushing it back. So now you got a big man. Guess what? In about 5 years, we'll be like, bro, we got a 6'8" guard. Like, what? This is what happened when we saw Shaq for the first time? You were like, bro, I ain't never seen nothing like Shaq before. Come on, man. Then you get LeBron, and you like, bro, I've never seen nothing like this before. That's evolution, man. So, anyway, let's go a little further. He said, bro, he pulled that with confidence, for sure. But guess what? I can promise you that wasn't his first time pulling that. That's why he pulled it with confidence. That's why I keep telling y'all, pull that damn trigger. I keep telling you, pull the trigger in the market so you can pull it with confidence. Yo, when I pull the trigger, I pull it with confidence, whether it's a quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Hey, I'm pulling with confidence. Boom. Look, say Dirk was shooting. That's a fact. So the game keep evolving. Dirk was what, 7 foot? Now, bro, 7'5". This is the game. Anyway, selling when volatility rises has been damaging to your wealth. I want y'all, and this is something I keep telling all my people, like, bro, like, listen, I want y'all to understand this. I want y'all to understand. If you play in an options market, like, your key levels is what you're looking for. Your key levels is what you're looking for. Man, Sean, come look at this text I just got. Don't laugh out loud, but I want you to see this text I just got. You know, yep. Crazy, right? One thing I can say about myself, bro, I ain't built like that, cuz. I'm authentic, bro. One thing I can say about myself is, bro, like, I'm so authentic. Nobody can never say, Trap, do that. I got my own, I don't want to say my own style, because I just trade market structure, I trade leaps, I trade swing trading, but I trade the way I trade, win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? You can never say that. All right. And the people who I studied, like Mark Minervini, you know, Bill O'Neill, like, I always give them credit for, like, I never try to act like I created this. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, like, and Rob, you could probably correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying somebody in the chat said it. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm not gonna
do it, please don't.
I don't know how they did that, but you good, cuz. You good, cuz.
It's one of us goes in.
I ain't gonna say it, but you good, bro. And I won't. You heard me? David Ryan. So I kind of give the people who I've studied their credit. And all I would say is, like, I don't know. And Rob, you can correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm not saying that I created this. I'm just saying I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it. Because I don't see everything. But, like, buying off of, like, dynamic supports. You feel what I'm saying? Like, buying off that bounce off there, like, making that an entry point. Like, I'm not saying I created that at all. Let me clear this up. Because I don't know every trader in the world. I'm just saying I wasn't hearing that, and I started seeing, like, damn, this bouncing off. This, you know what I'm saying? So again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not saying that I created that. Huh? Once I see it, I'm gonna push it. Come on. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I will say, like, I personally like to give, and this is just me, like, I like giving people credit. I love giving people credit because, man, I'm not saying none of that, y'all. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying about me giving people credit. That's what I'm saying. Like, Trap, the people who I learned from, like, again, David Ryan, Bill O'Neill, Mark Minervini. Those are the three people I really try to study the most. If anything, I read their books a lot. That Can Slim method is crazy. Mark Minervini put me on that VCP, and I kind of added a little twist to it. Those are, you know, the people I studied, and I try to, like, I try to mimic them. And then I try to add my own little flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what I try to do. Like, because I think that, I'll be honest with you, I don't think there's too much new styles when it comes to trading. I just think it becomes who the teacher is. Yeah, like when I look at people who do, like, what is it called? ITC? ICT? What it is, Sean?
It's ICT.
ICT. Yeah. When I looked at it, it's just kind of a remix of, like, market structure and, like, another. And I'm not saying that the dude not right. I'm just saying it looked like a little remix of something. I think the only thing I think that is different kind of is the strat that you do, Sean. Yeah. I don't know what that's a mixture of. I think that's kind of in the league by itself.
Yeah.
Because when you kind of me talking about some 2 up, 2 down, I'm like, bro, I don't know what the hell that mean. 2 up, 2 down. Bro, don't tell me, that's, what the hell? What is that, bro? So I think that's kind of like in the league by itself. I think that's kind of in a league by itself. Like ICT, Strat, I think that's kind of in the league by itself. But like it's nothing against the people that trade the ICT. I'm just saying when I looked at it, it kind of looked like a mixture of like market structure, and then they added something like fair value gaps and some different little things. But I think it's kind of similar in a lot of ways.
That's literally all it is.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of similar. I think he just gave his own name to it. Somebody say, nah, Trap, cut that out. What I did? I ain't even did shit.
No, they will get really defensive about it, like ICT and defending
ICT?
it. It's like
no. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that is wrong. No. I'm not saying you wrong for it.
Yeah.
I'm saying when I looked at it, it just kind of looked like a combination of, you know what I'm saying? Like market structure with a couple little new nuances to it. Please don't come for me, because I'm not saying, like, I know people that make money doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I look at the strat, it is price action, but they named like a lot of stuff to it. And even when my dog was trying to tell me about it, I was like, bro, I don't know, man, leave me alone, man. I'm straight over here. Market structure, me. VCP, me. You know what I'm saying? Market structure, me, and VCP, me, man. But yeah, man. But I always say this, man. Anybody that can go get some money out the market, salute to you, bro. Like, I don't got no beef with nobody, bro. I'm over here trying to run a $100 million company, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm on, bro. Like, anyway, let's go a little further, man. The U.S. debt snowball. Now rolling at $3 billion a day. That's what we paying now, y'all. Somebody say the strat, the truth. No. I know my people be going crazy with that strat. I know my people go crazy with that strat. Bro, it's a million ways to trade. Talking about people trade style is like talking about how they hoop is personal. You know what? Since you said that, you right. You right, yo. And I try my best not to talk about people trade style. I was just personally saying it, but you 100% right. People
You ever see somebody with an ugly shot, but that joint be wet?
Yeah. So let me, you know what? Let me right.
Yo, that joint ugly.
Let me, you sure is right. Somebody said strat be killing for sure. Strat be, I know my people that do the strat that be going crazy. Beef, boy, I ain't got no beef with nobody. You tripping, boy. Listen here, bro. Man, call me Martin Luther King, man. I'm peaceful over here, cuz. Anyway, let's go. So, U.S. national debt has officially surpassed $39 trillion, with the Treasury now paying nearly $3 billion per day. Damn, bro. That's a lot of freaking money. Rising debt levels and higher interest rates have pushed annual debt servicing expenses above programs like Medicare and Medicaid, with total interest payment projects to exceed $1 trillion for fiscal year 2026. What do you think happens if the U.S. debt interest payment keeps rising at this pace? Shit. We collapse. We collapse. And that's it right now, currently running. That's it. It don't stop running, bro. 39 trillion. 39 trillion, dog. Damn. But I will say this. This is 100% why you need to be trading the markets. Because ain't nothing else you going to do that's going to keep up with this. Ain't nothing else you gonna do gonna keep up with this. Ain't nothing else you gonna do gonna keep up with this at the pace they doing that. Ain't nothing else you gonna do is gonna keep up with that, y'all. And I'll be honest with you, you gotta think, they just put up a what, $250 billion defensive bill? We're gonna be at least 40 trillion, 41 trillion by the time he get out of office. 42 trillion by the time he get out of office. He got what, 2 more years left? He in what, year 2 right now, right? This year be year 2, right? What is it, November? November, this. So it is, he get out in what, 28? He get out in 28. Yeah, we got 2 more years of him. We'll easily be at 44 trillion. Oh, we'll easily be at 44 trillion. He easily add another 5 trillion by the time he get out. 39, 40, 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, we easily be at that. Hell no.
Dude, during the presidency.
Why would he want to ease the debt, bro? Why would he want to ease the debt? That ain't what he want to do. And he gonna leave it to the next man. So really and truly, the next president got their hands full. Cause we just in year 2. Don't it feel like he been in office 4 years already? Bro, that man on the news every day. And I'm gonna say this, and this not even much in the crazy way, like Barack wasn't on the news that much, Joe Biden wasn't on the news that much, man, George Bush wasn't on the news that much. What can you do? Let's go a little further, man. All right, the return of the 5% monster. This is big. For the first time since 2007, the U.S. government saw the 30-year Treasury bond yields move above 5%, forcing Treasury to issue long-term debt at levels not seen. Since before the global financial crisis, Treasury yields mean investors now demand much larger returns to lend money to the U.S. government, reflecting concerns over persistent inflation, massive federal deficits, elevated interest rates, and growing debt issuance. The move also increases borrowing costs across mortgages, corporate debt, and credit markets, putting pressure on stocks, real estate, and highly leveraged firms worldwide. This is where we at right now, y'all. This is where we at right now, y'all. And I'll be honest with you. You gotta ask yourself this question. And this for all my people that really don't get it. Somebody say, oh, boy is a businessman, not a politician. I don't know. America is a business. So here's something that you gotta understand, bro. Like, we had a bad CPI report. We had a bad PPI report. As long as we in this war, we're not gonna feel it right now, which people are starting to feel it, but this is why prices and stuff are starting to go up more. Now we getting into the lagging, part of this. And remember I said, like, he gonna start threatening. And that's what he started to do. He started to threaten, he started threatening. Man, Steve dropped the video already? God damn, Steve. Yeah, man, we just dropped the video, man. This dude here crazy, bro.
I saw the notification pop up. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, man, Steve, working, baby. The war is why the market is up? Not really. The market was going to do that regardless. The market's just disregarding it. But the war is probably why we'll go through this tough turmoil for the next couple weeks, I think. So I think we just got to be mindful of that. And, it's something I've been putting in the group and I've been talking about it. I'm like, I'm okay with, now I'm going to say this to you for real. If that 10-year note gets to 5%, I'm going to dump about another 200 in the market. And the reason why, because it'll be fearful. It's going to be painful. That's why I'm cool on plays right now. We in enough plays right now to get us through. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in enough plays right now. You take some profit from some plays right now. But if that 10-year, which is at 4.6 right now, graduates to 4.7, you're gonna see that thing crank. Gets to 4.8, you're gonna see it crank. Once it gets to 5, I'm gonna deploy. Cause then that fear and greed index is gonna swing so hard. It's gonna swing to greed, it's gonna swing to fear. That VIX probably gonna spike to about 26, 27. And you're gonna see Donald Trump come on TV and say they're gonna have to cop a deal with something out there, something do something. So I promise. And I'm going leap hunting. I'm going leap hunting at that point. Hey, that boy Hawk cut my hair, boy. And I don't use that black spray either. Just to let y'all know. Just let them know. 44, I still got it. Still got my, no offense, Rob. No offense, George. No offense, Robin George.
Bald head.
Still got my. God be rocking with me, though.
Wait, you said God be rocking with me?
Rocking with me.
Wait, you said that he don't rock with the bald head? Hey, yo, that's funny.
Only Jose will find a shade in that. You know?
It's like, wait a minute.
No, only Jose will find a shade in that, bro. I'm not saying he not rocking with them, man. Them dudes alive, they moving, they good. We can get George to really like get on his workout game, he'd be all right. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, we here, you know what I'm saying? Beer, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the dudes who got enhancements. Look, you know what I'm saying? We still love y'all.
I'm just saying I don't got none. Let's
And
go.
shout out to the
That's why
dudes
that's why I'm saying he rocking with me.
Yeah, and shout out to the dudes whose beards don't connect.
That's why I'm saying he rocking with me. You proving my point on why I feel like he rock with me. I still got my side teeth.
Hey,
I don't got no cavities.
That's good. Yep.
Right?
The beard connect.
My beard fully. Right?
Hairline. All right.
No bald spots.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
I don't gotta take no honey packs.
Hey. Ow.
Come on. He rock with me.
Shout out to the dudes who taking honey packs. We still love you.
You know, I don't gotta have no Botox.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Shout out to the people
come
who
on.
taking Botox.
I'm just saying as a man.
No, you good.
I'm just saying as a man,
I'm just
I
shouting
feel
them out.
like God rock with me.
Yeah. I'm just shouting them out. We love them.
I just feel like he rocking me. I just feel like that.
VCR Rob shining over there.
But Rob, I live in 500 pounds.
Oh, yeah, he go crazy.
So God rock with him too. He just was like, yo, give me the hair, I'm gonna give you the strength.
Yo.
It was a compromise. It was a compromise.
You can't win them all.
You can't win them all. Give me the hair, I'm gonna give you the strength.
Oh, man.
Come on. That ain't bad. Come on. Oh. All right, let's go a little further, man. Oh, man. All right, so 2 small operations, 1 big liquidity wave. The New York Fed will conduct 2 routine Treasury bill purchase operations this week, scheduled for Monday, May 19th, and then Friday, May 22nd. On Monday, May 18th, the Fed purchased up to $6.5 billion in Treasury bills. On Thursday, May 21st, the Fed repurchased up to $3.2 billion in Treasury bills. Combined, these 2 operations will inject approximately $9 billion in liquidity into the financial system this week. These purchases are part of the Fed's regular Treasury bill purchase. I want to say you again, this regular, so this is not irregular. This is regular, right? This is regular. Okay. Aimed at maintaining ample reserves in the bank system and offsetting routine liquidity drains, such as treasury settlements and tax flows. So yeah, when people talk about, so what people don't know, when people always be like, man, China and Japan own more treasury than us. And I always say, bruh, America owns the most American debt. America owns the most American debt. So what is that? So it's like I'm gonna be honest with you, that's why the debt thing don't bother me. And I know, and I'm saying that with a sense of, with a grain of salt. Take that with a grain of salt. That's the word I want to use right here. Take that with a grain of salt. If America owns all the debt, majority of the debt, how can it go broke? This is why they keep attaching it to the petrodollar. This is why they keep, this is what I be saying about, they be, social media be pushing stuff, but people don't really be looking at it. Like, America owns the majority of American debt. So, in the countries that own the American debt, they can't get rid of it like they want to. Because if you get rid of it, you lose billions and billions of dollars. You can only sell so much. Because you bought it at different prices. You bought it at, I don't want to sell this at a loss. I still gotta run my country, right? But this is why America, you forget, we got Venezuela. So it's gonna take 5 years to get that. Well, you're not gonna go broke in 5 years. You already broke. So you're not gonna collapse though. So you got that Venezuelan oil. So what is that? That's leverage. That's leverage. This is why you doing certain things with rare earth minerals and you're doing certain things with these companies. This is why the AI, this is why these technology companies are so, these technology companies are leverage for America as well. This is why it's important for you to be in front of the AI race, because you can leverage that. That's the leverage. It's equivalent to America having, back in the day, we had the oil, we had the trains, and we had the industrial, we had that. So that's why they want to be in the front of all of this AI. Nah, I don't know who's in the front between them and China. You ask China, China say they're in front. Japan say they're in the front. America say they're in front. Everybody who hate America say America last. Everybody who love China saying China first. People who hate China saying China not first. This is what I know. Somebody got to be in the front. And whoever's in the front gonna leverage it to take over. And this is why America keeps on, this is why they took all that Venezuelan oil. This is why they glad that Saudi Arabia, UAE got out of the OPEC thing, right? Because now they don't got the power no more, right? You take UAE out of it, they're like, hey, we're going to do our own thing. We can cut deals like we want to cut deals. That's cool, because it gives America more power, right? And I hope that ain't going over people's head right now. Right, so stop letting people trick you with the, oh, man, America, but, man, bro, listen to me. I promise you. I promise you, we won't be here. When that thing finally belly up, man, we not gonna be here, man. We not gonna be here, dog. When this thing finally go belly up, man, we gonna be, that's why, even if we are here, you're supposed to be able to make so much money. As a matter of fact, speaking about money, let's get into this one where we got about, do we have one about, don't we have one about, lower class, middle class, how much you make, 100,000, something like that? Don't we have one that said that? Our kids will, though. That's why you put them in position to make the bread. That's why you put them in position to make the bread. It starts right there. We can't start off at no 2 million. Who the hell got that? How the hell?
That was the end slide.
God damn, boy, start off with 2 million. I was like, shit. Boy, I went crazy. All right, let's go a little further. So let's look at this. Watch this. What income level actually means. So lower income, under $1,500 a month. Every expense. Watch this. This is not me. This is based on the data. Watch this. Under $1,500 a month, every expense feels urgent. Planning feels impossible. Stability is fragile. Money here is about getting through the month. Stably paid. anywhere between $3,000 to $4,500 a month. Needs are covered. Progress feels slow. Saving feels difficult. You're surviving but not building. All right, let's go a little further. Middle class, look at this, between $4,500 and $6,000 a month. This is not me, this is the numbers that they came up with. Routine expenses are manageable. Lifestyle inflation creeps in. Raises don't feel life-changing. Money stress shifts but doesn't disappear. Okay? Comfortable would probably be $6,100 to $9,000 a month. More flexibility, more decisions, more responsibility. Money becomes about balance and not survival. Upper middle class, $9,000 to $12,000 a month. Optionality increases. Time becomes valuable. Financial mistakes feel expensive. Income improves. Complexity increases.
This is where we was talking about. This is the number right here. What I was talking about as far as retirement dollars.
The 9 to 12 a month?
Yeah. Because I had said, all right, conservative 10.
I can see that though. Like if I can see like if you retired, and let me say this too, bro. Like your goal wasn't too big, bro. Your goal wasn't too big. I was really just like creating a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you could retire and you could do somewhere between like 10 to 25 grand a month. I think that's good.
That's amazing. Retire.
I think if you could do between 10 to 15 grand a month at retired off passive income, you should be able to sustain that till you go to your coffin. But here's the thing about that, Jose. You got to be positioning that now.
Yeah.
People not positioning that now. And that's why, like, even in the webinar, when I was on a webinar, I was trying to drill that home to a lot of my people that was working. I was like, yo, like, you can, like, honestly, bro, like, from trading, like, let's say you 25 right now. Bro, I'm building that dividend income when I get about 30. I'm building that dividend income. I'm building that portfolio out the gate, bro. Because if I can get anywhere between 10 grand, bro, if I can get 10 grand a month from dividends, bro, that's what? 1.2? That's 100, that's what? 120,000?
Yeah.
120,000. 120,000 a year from dividends.
Mm-hmm.
120,000 a year from dividends? Bruh. That's it. And if you could bring in another, I don't know, 3-5 grand from trading, that's it. That's it. This is the life. Ain't no stabbing the sun, pain from dropping it. Come on, come on, baby. And here's the thing, I truly believe that we can live the life we want, bro, when we retire. What's up?
People on Instagram and social media, they make it seem like you need more than that. Like you need way more income than that to live this life.
Because, man.
Huh?
Fear tactics, man. Fear tactics, man. Like, I just saw something the other day. My guy, Anthony O'Neill, he posted something. And he said, he was posting about your girl, Susie Orman, talking about some $2 million and you still broke. I say, where? Where? What? Where? Where you broke at with $2 million? Man, you crazy. You get anybody I know you get me $2 million. Fuck you talking about, man? What kind of life she talking about is $2 million is broke? And so now you got people saying stuff like that, and now you got people feeling like, damn, bro, $2 million is a game changer for you, cuz.
Definitely.
$2 million at the, bro, $2 million upper middle class. Bro, upper middle class in Atlanta, bro, that's what? Sandy Springs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come on, that's Vinings.
That's nice.
beginnings.
Think about it like this: 2 million. If we just broke it down to 2 a year, it's 166 bands a month.
2 million is what?
166,000. Oh, actually a little bit higher a month.
Bro, who's spending 166,000 in their regular life a month? Bro, you out your top. Bro, you know what you gotta do to spend $126,000 a month
Right.
as a retiree? Bro, you
Crazy.
retired. What are you doing? Bro, I just saw a thing the other day. Kid you not. These elderly people said they live on cruises.
Yo, I saw that.
Bro,
I say, bro, that got to be brilliant.
I saw it.
They're like, we sold our house. We got a certain bank account. Hey, bro, we cruise. Bro, that's cold-blooded. They just cruise hop. Get off the cruise, probably hop on a hotel. You on a cruise, it's everything free.
the average, I just looked it up. The monthly average is $2,500 to $3,500 per month.
On a cruise?
Yeah, on the high, that's high end, like lowest cruises to the highest, fanciest cruise.
$2,500 a month. That's $30,000, $40,000 a year. So watch this.
say
You on
30
a
to 50,
$40,000 a year. Let's just play big boy ball. Let's go big boy ball. All right? Let's say $45,000 a year. So you spending what? Bro, that's 5 years?
Oh, by the way, you don't got to pay for food.
You don't pay for
gas,
nothing on a
car.
cruise. So let's say you're spending $45,000 a year. 2 years, you 90 grand in. 4 years, you 180 in. Boy, that 2 million looking good. You go from 60 to 80.
And you touching base on different countries.
Come on, you all over the world. Man, you ain't spending no money on no cruise. You get that all-inclusive. You done. They 60. Man, we ain't doing nothing. Man, we drinking. Hey, spend that drink.
You beefing with the wife? Man, I'm at the casino.
Man, I'm going to the casino. Catch me in the casino. Catch me in
24
the
hours.
casino. Man, I ain't mad at it, bro. Somebody say food tastes like ass. You 60. You 60. All right, let's go a little further, man. So wealthy, $12,000 to $25,000 a month. Lifestyle is no longer a constraint. Focus shifts to structure and efficiency. Taxes and decisions matter more. Money becomes strategic. All right, let's go a little further. All right, rich. Look at this. $25,000 to $80,000 a month is rich. Income is no longer the focus. Preservation replaces accumulation. Control matters more than growth. This is where perspective changes. $1 million to $2 million a year. Capital works harder than labor. Decisions matter more than effort. Risk becomes asymmetric. Money is an operating system. Let's go a little further. Multi-millionaire, $2 million to $30 million a year. Sheesh. Sheesh. 30 million a year ain't bad. 30 million a year is different. I remember a man told me something, bro. He said there's a difference. He said there's not too much difference between 10 million and 30 million. I said, you a damn lie. That's a $20 million difference. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You out of your mind. 30 million, you can go buy a $10 million yacht. 10 million, you're out of here. It's a big difference, bro.
Bonito.
It's a big difference, bro. But he told me something that was real dope. He said, there's nothing that a person that's making $10 million can't do in his normal life that a person that's making 30 million can't do. Right? Just in essence, like we can stay at the same hotels, we can take the same trips, we can do the same things. He said that things doesn't change until you get to like 100 million. He said, but at the same time, there's no difference between a person that's making 1 million and 10 million. He said, so 1 in 10 is the same bracket, 10 and 30 is the same bracket. The brackets don't change till you like hit that 50 or better. I was like, damn. Mind you, he was worth 9 figures. He was worth 9 figures. So my question to him was, well, why you went and got 9 figures then? He was like, I didn't go get 9 figures. The business earned 9 figures. I said, but he said, nope, I put a system in place, and the system consistently, with the right people, with the right systems, accumulated that type of work. I said, that makes sense. He said, the goal for me wasn't 9 figures. It was to build a successful business, and I kept learning, I kept evolving, I kept growing. But it's never to get that. He said, so I'm telling you, like, from 1 to 5 is, 1 to 10 is like almost identical. It doesn't, from 10 to 30 is, and then from 30 to 50, then it starts to change. I was like, damn, okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Still think it's a crock of, what you call it, a crock of. But it sounded cool. Shit. Anyway, let's go a little further, man. Money is a tool. At 1 billion to 2 billion, bro, shut up. 30 billion, bro, wealth preservation, growth, systems, manage, complexity, time, influence matter more than returns. Money is a tool, not a score. Focus shifts to legacy and leverage. Bro, the focus shifts to legacy at 2 million. What are we talking about here? Talk about you wait to 1 billion to shift the legacy? Nah, fam. Legacy start 2 billion. Legacy. Let's go a little further, man.
Try, what's up, big bro? All right, look, if you can give me like an order for all your questions, like, all right, start with this, then go to that, then go to this, what order would you give it to me? Because I got all your questions. I be listening to them all the time. I'm always listening to the old Trapper Tuesdays. But it's like you always dropping videos, you dropping the reels, you got the Patreon, you got the channel. I be getting information overload, you feel me? I be trying to keep up sometimes, be like, damn. But like, yeah, if you can give me like an order, what would you get at to me? And I've been applying your rules in my ops portfolio. I'm seeing hella growth. I'm coming for that 5-figure award, so how they're ready for me. Appreciate you, salute.
I like SB, man. SB getting to it, man. So I will go Wall Street Trappin, Trapper Method, Options Masterclass. That would be the method. Starts on the other stuff, but then we got the Dividend Mastery course. We got the Traps Trade Secrets. Those are some things that's in a bundle we put together, but I will go Wall Street Trapping course, Trapper Method, Options Masterclass. Then from there, you really lock in on that. You really lock in on that. That's the thing that's gonna change the game for you. And then from there, you just lock in and then you just get little tweaks here and there. But you don't ever want to be in information overload. That causes analysis paralysis. So, good question, SB. Salute to you, Flam. Let's go a little further. Isaiah Thornton Montgomery. So Isaiah Thornton Montgomery was an African-American leading businessman and politician best known as the founder of Mound Bayou, Mississippi, one of the most successful all-black towns in U.S. history. Born enslaved on the Davis Bend plantation, he became a symbol of black self-determination and later a controversial figure for his political accommodations. Let's go.
What if you could build a town entirely for your own people, free from the discrimination of the outside world? In 1887, one man did exactly that. This is the story of Isaiah Montgomery, a man born into slavery who, with his family, went on to found a town unlike any other in America. In the heart of the Mississippi Delta, they cleared dense forests to build Mound Bayou, an all-black town. It was a true haven, a model of self-reliance with its own schools, churches, banks, and over 4,000 residents at its peak. The town thrived for decades, proving that black communities could govern and sustain themselves. But without access to government loans and with a lack of investment from the outside, the town's economic base was systematically undermined. The Great Depression, combined with predatory lending and a hostile political environment, stripped away the town's resources. The story of Mound Bayou shows that self-reliance alone isn't enough when you're up against a system that denies you access to capital and resources. It's a powerful and often overlooked example of how systemic discrimination can prevent even the most resilient communities from reaching their full potential, a lesson that's still relevant today.
We got anybody in the chat that's from Mound Bayou? Anybody in the chat from Mound Bayou or been to Mound Bayou? And my thing is messing up right now. Anybody in the chat, Jose? Mine is messing up.
I put it in there. I ain't never heard of that joint. Let's see.
You know, see now mine is gone. I can't even see my people no more. I'm talking about gone. Just out of here. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what I'm paying Jared for. I always got Wi-Fi issues. What am I paying you for, bro?
Nah, nobody negative. They like, oh, hold up. LaShawn Spiller. 9035.
What they say? Mount Bayou?
LaShawn says she from the Mount Bayou.
She from there?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I can't even see nothing no more, cuz. Let me try this one.
Barry Williams said, hey, look, I'm from Shaw.
From where?
From Shaw. It ain't far.
Shaw?
Yeah.
Shaw, Mississippi?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Never heard of that one. All right, let's go a little further. There we go. Jared Subway. Been there about 100 miles from Mississippi, from Memphis. That's a lot.
All the Mississippi people showing up. I see y'all.
My father was from there. Okay, there we go. Does the place that, man, that's where I'm at right now. Man, stop that. Man, that's where I'm at right now, teaching group economics and crypto. Wow. You right, King. My mentor makes $3 billion a day and is so relaxed. He was raised in a 2-bedroom shack in Tennessee. He's 70 now. Damn. That's a good mentor right there. I knew that's where I heard that name from, Sinners. I thought that's where I heard that name from. All right, let's go a little further. All right, so watch this, man. Here's a mixed performance after the last full-fledged transition, and I saw this and I was like, damn, this is really good. All right, so Alan Greenspan. If you don't know who Alan Greenspan is, he was in during the financial crisis. So he saw a 21% decline in the market from the time he got in. Bernanke saw a correction and then a rally, but he saw a 13% correction before he got the rally. Janet Yellen just had an 18% rally from the time she got in, and Jerome Powell had 2 corrections. So, what do y'all think this next Fed gonna get us? What y'all think the next Fed gonna get us? What y'all think the next Fed gonna get us? All right, let's go a little further. Better be some rallies. A depression, god damn. All right, let's go. When oil tankers become the new inflation indicator, President Donald Trump said oil prices and inflation could drop quickly once the war ends. Arguing that global energy disruption and stalled oil shipments are driving higher prices. Trump told reporters that hundreds of oil tankers are waiting to move. And once supply flows resume, he expects fuel prices to fall and the stock market to surge. Well, I can kind of see that. I can see that. I can see that for sure. I can see that happening. Because this is what's holding the market at bay. This is why the 10-year is going up. This is why we starting to see, because we've been in this war now, what, 2 months now? We've been in about 2 months now, since about February. Yeah, about February, late February, early March. We've been in like 2 months now. This is about the time where you start seeing everything start to hit. Because now that oil got to go around, you spending money on bombing and stuff. Yeah, it's about that time. It's crazy that he say stuff like this, though. Like, once this hit, the stock market gonna rally. Like, damn, like, that's crazy. All right, let's go a little further. All right. Housing rates, high inventory, low competition. The United States now has around 630,000 more home sellers than buyers. High mortgage rates and rising prices have cooled demand, while more homeowners are finally putting properties on the market. The result? Buyers now have more inventory, less competition, stronger negotiation power. Experts say 2026 could look very different from the intense seller-driven market of recent years. You know how people always say, you always gonna need a home? I agree with that. But what happens when... So here's my thing. If everybody's selling their home, who the hell buying them? If we got 630,000 more homes than sellers than buyers, what happens to the homes? And what are people at who's selling their home? They not buying new homes? You feel me? If we got 630,000 more home sellers than buyers, when I sell my home, what am I going to do? Am I going to rent? Or am I going to live on a yacht? Or are they moving out of the country? Now remember, we went back a while back and we said we had a lot of people moving out the country. Let's think about that. Jose, I got a question for you. If we got 600,000 more home sellers than buyers, when the people sell their home, well, when they put their home up for sale, where are they going? Are they going out the country? What happens if nobody buys the home? Because you got 630,000 more homes for sale than people buying it, that means there's a lot of houses that's not getting bought.
That is a lot. I know a lot of people are traveling, but that means I'm looking at prices going down there.
So now what? We negotiating for the low?
Or you know who gonna do it? Corporate gonna buy them up.
Who?
Corporate. Buy them up and then rent them out.
Well, you remember on the show a couple weeks ago, we talked about BlackRock and them not being able to buy the single individual homes no more.
Yeah.
So, hey, stop buying all them houses. And I remember some real estate people on Instagram were saying that's good, and a lot of people were saying like that's bad. It's like, bro, y'all don't even understand what's about to happen. If BlackRock and them stop buying these houses, y'all don't understand what that's gonna do to the market. I didn't understand it. Cause I was like, well, if they stop buying, that means people can buy them then. They were like, nah, they're gonna be sitting there. Cause that's what I thought. Like if BlackRock and them stop buying the houses, then that means more people can buy houses. But it's like, no, bro, they buy so many houses. That's what make it look like the housing market is in demand. Then they take the houses and they put them up for Section A and all these other things like that. But that's what make the housing market boom. Well, if they stop buying it, they're like, we not buying. And I guess the way I look at it now is equivalent to saying like, we don't buy as much stocks as we think we buy. The market buys the stocks. They move the market. We don't move the market. So when they said that was kind of the idea that I had in my head once they said, I was like, damn, that made kind of sense. So again, I'm not the real estate guru, so I don't know. So I don't want the people like, you don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't. I'm just saying, in the stock market, if the big dogs, as much as people cry about manipulating the market, if the big boys stopped buying the market, we wouldn't be able to get wealthy in the market. We wouldn't be able to move, we wouldn't be able to see shit run up the way it run up. Because we don't got that much pricing power. Right? So is that the same thing for housing? Like if BlackRock and them stop buying all the houses and clearly we can't buy all them houses on the market, what happens to the houses? Do we go into what's called a housing desert? Meaning you got a bunch of houses on the market, but nobody can't buy them.
Yeah, it would have to be some sort of correction in that. They ain't gonna let that thing fall.
I'm just asking.
They ain't gonna let that fall. In a similar joint, I was watching a video about all the like mattress firms or what have you, and how they run up as far as their numbers. I was like, ooh, okay, they playing the smart play. I thought they was, thought they was doing like the drugs. Everybody's like, yo, ain't nobody buying mattresses or what have you. How y'all got one on every corner? But they playing the real estate long-term play.
What you mean? What do they do?
So basically they'll buy, if you notice every mattress firm is like at a corner at some shopping center or what have you that has a high traffic. They don't have to do much in the building to put mattresses in there. So now while the market actually goes up in the neighborhood and everything is going up, then they'll say, hey, you know what? We're going to rent this out to somebody else. Boom, we own the land, we own as far as the property, and then they run it up. And I was like, yo, that's genius, but it's the super long play in regards to that. Because every draft was like, yo, it's like one person in there. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, they don't be having a lot of people in there.
Never. But I was like, yo, they got one on every corner. I said,
That's a hell of a game to play, though. You waiting on.
When you got, I'm about to say, when you got the bag, that's why I was like, as far as the corporates buying all the houses, it's like, all right, well, we're going to buy them and sit.
I guess. I ain't going to argue with you on it.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying that.
I mean, they don't. I mean, I don't, because like a mattress business is a difficult business because like people ain't buying mattresses every day. Like you get a mattress, how long you sitting on a mattress for?
Forever. I bought one in my life.
Right? like real, you really don't be buying mattresses like that.
Yeah.
Like that's not in your, damn, I got to get a new mattress. Like,
yeah, what you doing Thursday, man?
I'm about to go buy a mattress. I'm going mattress shopping. Like when you get a good mattress, you like, I'm gonna flip it around a couple times, I'm gonna turn it, and I probably had a mattress for a couple years, I guess, I don't know. Only time you really think about a mattress when you moving, like, damn, I'm gonna just get a new mattress. And the only reason you said it because you don't feel like moving it. You be like, hey, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throw that away. I'm gonna get a new one.
And the markups is crazy too when they do sell the joint.
Come on. Now my partner Greedy told me about a great business that I didn't know exist. It's the mattress recycling business.
Oh, when they clean the joint?
He said, bro, it's $1 billion business, dog. I say, what? So, like, you take the mattress. So anytime you put a mattress out of move, you know they recycle the mattress. So they'll pick the mattress up, bring it, and then, like, the mattress companies pay for the coils and the cotton. So the mattress recycle place actually takes the mattress, strips it down, and sell that to the mattress company. I never thought of that. He said, bro, and there's only so few of them. It's always in demand, but people don't know about it. And it's like there's like these machines. The machines cost like $200,000. But the machine, you just put the mattress in, and the machine strip the mattress down. Strip it down into pieces, and then the mattress people come buy from you.
It remind me of the pallet business.
Never heard of that before, bro. Because he was like, trap. But he don't come in trap. He was like, free. I'm telling you. Nigga, open up a mattress recycle company. I was like, nigga, what?
But now that you say it remind me of the pallet business. You know Alex.
Yeah.
He do that joint. I was like, oh, it's money like that?
Bruh.
And they breaking down the pallets. He said, think about it like this. Everything but a car comes in on a pallet.
Yep.
Everything.
Yeah, bro.
That desk, I was like, yo, that makes sense.
Yeah,
they
bro.
break them down and flip them.
He said, bro, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry because he was like, every state only has so many of them. So what happens is, like, he was like we in New Orleans. He's like, they don't have one in New Orleans. So for New Orleans, if there's a mattress store in New Orleans, then it got to go way to Baton Rouge. Well, the next one from Baton Rouge probably ain't to Shreveport. So if you got New Orleans, Shreveport, and Baton Rouge is the only places in Louisiana where you got mattress recycling companies. He's like, bro, you got the whole Louisiana on lock. And you might have whatever's close to Texas, whatever's close. I was like, damn, he's like, bro, I'm telling you, start a mattress recycling business, dog. I was like, bro, what the hell? He's like, then all you do is go to the mattress stores and say, hey, here's my card. We got the mattress recycling. So what they'll do is like, now you're going to pick people mattresses. I was like, bro, this is crazy the way he ran that down to me. And then I looked it up. It's a boring, multi-billion-dollar industry, bro. Mattress recycling.
Sleeper.
Something we never knew of. They go in, take all the coils and the springs out the mattress, and they reuse it in new mattresses. Crazy. Let's go a little further. Shout out my nigga Greedy. The recycling industry alone is a $200K a month industry minimum. That's crazy. Somebody say, I don't want to work that hard. But Nate, it's not you, it's the machine. The machine costs about $200,000. The machine do everything. It's separated and everything. So all you really do is hire the truck drivers to go pick the mat.
Listen. Put it in the machine, brother.
And that was crazy. All right, let's go a little further, man.
Hey, how's it going, Trap? This is John Truly, man. I had a quick question for you. Starting off in options, would you use your 401k to fund it? And then once you get your options, please play it off, pay yourself back, or would you start off with new cash? Thanks, and have a blessed day, bro.
Hey, man, you're getting that oil money, boy. You're getting that oil money, king. You're in one of them refineries. I know that look when I see it. You hear me? Nah, man, don't use your 401k, bro. Start with new cash, man. Your 401k been working for you. Let it keep working for you. Don't mess with it. Keep on. Somebody said, I heard of Baton Rouge, but not Baton Rouge. Nah, don't mess with the 401k, bro. Keep the money in the 401k. We got a $99 super chat. Shout to the Keenan Grace, man. Just dropping in on the show to show love. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Jose, you slipping, dog.
Bro, I was in the bathroom real quick when he
You
didn't.
slipping, dog.
I'm drinking a gallon.
Yeah, you slipping, cuz. Yeah, but I wouldn't start with the recycle. I was about to say the recycle business. I wouldn't start with the 401k, bro. Let your 401k keep working for you for right now. I know we hate it. I know we don't want it. Hey, but boy, skin looking good. But I would go with 100% new money, bro. New money, start saving $300, $400 a day. I mean, every time you get a check, put it in there. You in that plant. You got that plant money. You go $1,000 a week, bro. Stop playing. Yeah, use that per diem check, man. Use that per diem check. Use that per diem check. So yeah, I would say that, man. I would definitely say that. New money, man. Don't use the 401k money. Use new money till you get the hang of it. So I would definitely say that. All right, let's go a little further. When the world's largest asset manager reaches for the stars. So the SpaceX IPO at this scale would instantly become one of the largest financial events in modern market history. The company is good shit on YouTube. My dog. When the world's largest asset manager reaches for the stars, the company is reportedly targeting valuation near 1.75. That's bro, what? $2 trillion company on the way, bro. Which will give Elon's SpaceX company alongside the largest public business on Earth before most retail investors even get access. Part of the excitement comes from how many industries are now tied to SpaceX at once, including rockets, satellites, Starlink, internet, defense contractors, and launch infrastructure. In future, this is also why some investors are nervous because demand for a deal this large could pull huge amounts of capital and attention away from the rest of the stock market. How do you feel about that? Maybe a Sean and Rob. How do y'all feel about that?
I understand IPOs and stuff like that and market valuations. Why specifically will SpaceX be worth 1.75 trillion IPO? And how are they doing the calculation for that? And what's making it that valuable compared to another IPO?
So it's money they're getting from investors. People keep pouring in. So the more investor in seed rounds, the money they get, that gives it a multiple. Right? And so then you give it this, once they get that money, then they get to do what's called an underwriting. And so once you go to an underwriter, the underwriter say, based on everything you've done, based on the money you put in, this is what this business could kind of IPO at. And so once they say an IPO at this, then they kind of give it a stock price. So they say, based on how much of the business you want to put out there, here's the stock price it can range from. And so that's, $2 trillion is insane, bro. $2 trillion is insane. And these things are going to IPO about June 11th. June 11th, June 12th. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I will say this. I wouldn't be the first to jump in it because you got to remember, they've been having people locked in it for 2 years. So they going to want to get their bread and get out.
That's what I was just about to ask you. What should a trapper do with this information right now?
Man, I say you wait, man. I say you wait, man. I say that this brother, once this goes IPO and hit the market, I remember there's a lot of people with a lot of money tied into that. They've been sitting on that since 2021, 2023, 2025. They've been sitting, they bread been locked up for 3, 4, 5 years.
So they looking to take profits.
So as soon as they IPO and they shoot out, they gonna get liquid. You know what I'm saying? Or they might have a 90-day lockout, depending on what that lockout look like, right? So they, depending on what the stages look like. So they gonna wanna get liquid. And so I would just I will hold, because here's the thing, if it's a good company, it's a good company. It's gonna run. So if it's gonna go crazy, it's gonna go crazy. You don't gotta be the first, man. I'll literally wait at least 6 months. Let it report 2 quarters, see what it's gonna do. If it's gonna run, let it run. Don't even trip. Now, if you're gonna trade it, that's a little different. But if you're trying to own it, wait a minute. Because they already got some other companies that you can make money from that's gonna kill it, that's based around it. I wouldn't try to just go crazy on an IPO, bro.
That's good.
But I think you could trade it. I think you can definitely trade it. I definitely want to trade it. Come on. But I wouldn't try to own it to at least give me 2 quarters of earnings, revenue, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, let's go a little further. SpaceX wants more launch pads than the rest of the Earth combined. So, SpaceX confirmed it is scouting multiple U.S. and international sites to scale Starship operations. Aiming for thousands of launches per year. This is crazy. Volume nearly 10x the entire global launch industry, which currently performs only 230 to 250 annual. Starship's mission sets includes Mars transport, deploying massive Starlink V3 satellites, and most radically point-to-point Earth travel that could replace long-haul flights. Routes like Dubai to LA in 39 minutes or New York to London in 29 minutes would shrink today's 17-hour flights to 40 minutes if the systems work at scale. Bro, I'm going to be real with you. I don't want to get on nothing that get me from New York to London in 29 minutes, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. New York to London in 29 minutes? Who flying that? What type of training did he take? Oh, AI flying it. Now you got somebody, that's too fast for me, cuz. Bro, from New York to London in 29 minutes, bro, as soon as I sat down, put the seatbelt on, I'm getting back up. Bro, you know how fast that gotta be? Bro, it take me 30 minutes to get to my house. It take me 30 minutes to get to my house. What type of strap? Bro, what type of equipment I gotta put on? Bro, what's gonna happen to my clothes? Are they gonna deteriorate? What about my lotion? My beard oil? Can it withstand that type of? You feel me? Like, that's, bro. Bro, you can't get from here to Lenox Mall in 30 minutes. 29 minutes to be exact. Bro, LA to Dubai? Man, I'm not doing that, man. I'm straight, cuz. But that thing said it will turn a 17-hour flight to 40 minutes. Bro, if you got a wig? Bro, if you got a wig, it's over with for you. It's out of here. Your toupee say touche. But no, your dreads coming off, partner. Your dreads coming off, bro. Damn. That's fat. You got a point, cuz. Because that type of speed definitely pushing lining back. Yeah, I'm straight on that, cuz. What about people that got like BBLs and stuff? Is it safe? What if you got like, I'm being real, like what if a woman got like breast implants? That can't be safe. That can't be safe. That can't be safe. Like you got a BBL, and I'm not even laughing. Like you got a BBL, that's not safe under that type of like condition. Bro, you wasn't made for that. Man, you better stick to Delta, man. Spirit gone, bro. Go Southwest. Going on, bro. Oh, man, heavens no, man. Heavens no. Nah, let's go a little further, man. SpaceX shrinks the price and speed of launch. SpaceX told shareholders its fair market value per share has been reset from $526.59 because they did a 5-for-1 split to $105.32 following the stock split. The company is now accelerating its IPO timeline, aiming to publicly file its prospectus as early as Wednesday with Investor Roadshow kicking off June the 4th. Now, I will say this. I would love to have been privately invested in that. I would have dumped $1 million in it. I would have dumped $100K in it. If I could have got in it for, I talked to a couple of people I was trying to get in, but the people, they were like, nah, we ain't selling. I would have put $100K in it. That's for sure gonna make people like multi, bro. This one here, oh, this is gonna take you out. This one here gonna take you. Oh, this one here gonna take you. This one here gonna take you. Like if you, I wish I could have, boy, that beard hitting, cut. A guy really rock with me, cut. That dude got gray in my beard, y'all be tripping. That from Atlanta to France in 20 minutes, I'm straight. I'm straight, bro. But this one here, I ain't gonna lie, this one here a game changer, bro. This one here gonna take a lot of people, a lot of places, bro. Like early investors. Yeah, this one here. I ain't gonna lie. If I could have got in like when I was trying to do it, cause I ain't know how to navigate the space, I definitely would have. I would have put $100K up in that joint, cuz I ain't even gonna lie. And just like, hey, man, I'm in there. That would have been some grown man stuff right there, boy. I've been talking crazy. Crazy. Bro, $100K, you probably come up on it. You probably, like, all you do is you throw the first $100K in, then you sell half once that thing. You just let the other half run. You look back at it 10 years from now and be like, yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, if it IPO at like 105, it come down to about 80 or 90, I'll dump 100. It's Elon, he gonna mess it up. Yeah, it's Elon, he gonna find a way to make the stock go down. Yeah, he gonna find a way to make the stock go down. But you gotta be willing to say, all right, bro, like, I'm gonna hold this joker for at least 10, 15. Think about it. Like, think about having Tesla, bro, in like 2014, 15. That 10-year gap to what it's done now, you straight. You gotta be willing to do stuff like that, man. I like it. All right, let's go a little further, man.
How you doing, Trap? I'm currently at work, but I had to get this question in. I just want to thank you for providing us with a platform that changed my life. But quick question, how do you feel about Microsoft? I had it for a couple of years and it's been taking a beating, and I even see hedge funds selling their stock or taking their money out the company. I was thinking about switching it for Google, selling what I got now, and buying stocks of Google for my buy and hold. What you think about that? So let me know. Appreciate you.
All right, so let's talk about that. So I truly think that that Microsoft will be one of the software stocks that make it. Got too much money. I think that it's gonna go through something, but I think that Microsoft, he said he want to switch it off of Google. I'm gonna get criticized for this. I'm not mad at the swap out because I think Google got way more upside, but I'm not willing to tell you to leave that alone. I think Microsoft is one of the only companies that, I think Microsoft is one of the companies, I think like ServiceNow, Salesforce, I think they're gonna have an uphill battle, and if you know me, you know for sure, I rock with my guy at ServiceNow, Bill McDermott. Man, I read his book. He's phenomenal. Everywhere he go, he get to it. I think this AI caught him all off guard with Anthropic, and it just punched them all in the face. You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm not mad at you swapping it for Google because I like Google. I think Google is it. But I'm not mad. I can't just say give up on Microsoft, because I think them two dudes over there, they got something, and I think they're just gonna figure it out. I think they're gonna figure it out. But I don't think that Microsoft gonna get, like, left in the dust. That's how I feel. Let's go a little further. And I hope that helps y'all, family. All right, so let's think about this. Graduate with $1 million or get your money back. Right? Founders School opens the fall in New York. Tuition is $150 a year. Wait a goddamn minute. Damn. $600K over 4 years. The catch, if you enroll as a 9th grader and you don't generate $1 million in gross profit by graduation, you'll get the full $600K refunded. The model is built by Alpha School, which already uses an AI-accelerated master-based academic system. Students finish all academics by 11 a.m. using AI tools. The rest of the day is Founder Bootcamp with apprenticeships and real businesses led by Nate Ellison. The first cohort is 20 freshmen. Nate says AI is the unlock, the enterprise buildup, the capital requirements, and the time it used to take all collapsing, which is why he thinks a 17-year-old can now build $1 million business. Early Alpha students have already generated. I'm not gonna lie, now that I read it, I ain't mad at that. I'll be willing to do that. I'll be willing to make that play. I'll be willing to make that play. I'll be willing. Jose, would you be willing to make that play? I'll be willing to make that play. Let's go a little further. Yeah, I don't got shit. Huh? I'll be willing to do that. I want to know if I don't understand why we have to call in to ask questions. People's paid to be in the community and don't live trade with them daily. I don't understand why we have to call in to ask questions. You don't have to call in to ask questions. You don't have to ask no questions. You can ask the questions in the group, and I answer the questions in the group. So you don't have to call in. If the goal was to bring a different dynamic to the show so people can hear from real people instead of just hearing from me all day. But you don't have to. So there you go. That can fix that. If you want to cancel the group, you cancel that too. Now you don't got to pay for the group, and you don't got to call in, and you don't got to watch the show. You could kill 3 birds with one stone. Now you ain't even got to ask that question. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's I'm not mad at that though. And you gotta realize that school is not designed for the everyday people.
I'm about to say, in the age of the internet and AI, and they in that thing diligent, like, hey, this is the flow and the steps.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that. I can see that working.
No, I can see that working because it's led by somebody at a top tier. They're getting, think about it, all the curriculum is finished by 11. So from 8 to 11, you finish. Now from 11 to 3, you just AI. You building a business from people who've built businesses.
In the trenches, just getting crazy with it.
You're building businesses with people who are building multiple $1 million businesses. And so now you're saying, think about that. Coming out of high school, you going in 9th grade, by 12th grade, you can already generate $1 million or you get your bread back. Bro, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. 150 a year?
And then if you think about it, the type
150 years what? Like 35 a quarter?
About the, yeah.
Come on.
And the people who got that money,
they like,
their parents is already probably in that type of space.
Come on.
So they're gonna, yeah.
That ain't nobody that's saying I'm in a bind, Nate.
Yeah.
But China doing it for free. It's a caveat to that.
Man.
They start at 6 years old.
Man, listen.
That's how that go. That's how that go. Let's go a little further. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That red eye from Vegas is nasty work, bro. That shit's... Man, that red eye from Vegas is nasty work, bro.
And it's what, 4?
4 hours, bro. And it was an hour late, bro. And mind you, I was in the meeting all day, so they drilling me about my business. Hey, bro, and I have an idea, bro, and I'm not gonna say the idea that I got that I wanna do, that I got from that I would love to do, not at that price point though, because that price point is steep. But man, he just set 9 of us in a room, bro. It's my second time.
I was about to ask you how
doing
many
it.
was there.
He just set 9 of us in a room, bro, and just like, really just like, bro, and just how you know what, I'm gonna say this, bro, and I don't need a nap. I'm actually up right now. Let me say this, bro, and this is not to, bro, I know somebody gonna take this clip and they're gonna throw that out there and I'm gonna get a whole bunch of flack for this. But I won't say this in a way that I'm not taking a shot at nobody. I think that I think because I went to Grant Cardone, I went to Tony Robbins, and now I went to him. The way they teach business is just different. I'm gonna say that. Right? Like the way that they teach business, and they all teach it different, but you all see the scalability. So it's not just go charge people more money. You know what I'm saying? It's, do you have culture in your business? Here's how you build culture. Here's how you put meetings together. Here's the metrics you need to talk to your ad team. Here's the metrics you need to talk to your sales team. Here's what customer service needs to look like. Here's what HR needs to look like. Here's what processes need to look like. Here's what your COO needs to be doing. Here's what your chief of staff needs to be doing. Here's what your, client success manager needs to look like. Here's what this needs. Here's how you need to be. This is why you need an assistant. This is why you need a growth and development person. And none of it is about just raise your prices, right? And so when you sit there, you like, damn. And then you see the system, then they say, here's how you extract value. Here's how you keep getting value from your people, and then your people tell you how to serve them, and this is how you extract, and this is how you need to be over here. You don't need to be doing this, and this. You need to be doing this. You need to have people doing this, and this. Oh, here's how you recruit people. Here's the blueprint on how to recruit the right way. Here's the blueprint on how to hire the right way. Here's how you hire this. This is what this person's supposed to say to you. I just be like, damn, I know shit about business. And so I always, I would challenge now when people say if you was in the street, you was hustling, you're gonna be a good businessman to a certain extent. Even Jay had to go learn from billionaires how to become a billionaire. He had to go sit in rooms with billionaires and soak up information and learn. So your street intuition to take you so far, but then you gotta learn how to scale that up. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from experience and wisdom and so much gangster stuff. And so, and I'm just like listening to it, bro. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like so much to the point that my brain, I was just like tuned in, bro. Like I wasn't locked in on nothing else, bro. And I'm just imagine like you in a room with 9 people, that's somebody doing anywhere between $5 million a year to, $100 million a year in the room. It's 9 of y'all. right? And we getting information from somebody that sold his business for 42 million, made 250 million last year and had $100 million day this year. And then the way they talking about it is the way he talking about it, the way his team talking about business, they don't talk about increment, they don't talk about doing it all at once. It's like, yo, this is all you should focus on for 90 days. This is what you should focus on the next 90 days. This is what you should focus on in 90 days. Because if everything is a priority, nothing is a priority. Let some of the fires burn if it's not gonna burn the house down. What fire is gonna burn the house down? If it's not gonna burn the house down, let it burn until you get to it. And it's just like the way I'm like, God damn, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And so it's, you know, again, taking away from nobody that look like me that's teaching business. I'm just saying you see the difference from even, people, think Grant is a sleazeball. I think he just some average white man that made some bread. You know what I'm saying? We know what to expect from him, bruh. Like, and so when you go to him, you're like, all right, let me see how this business operates. Then you go see, damn, this is what a 600 million business look like. So you just start looking at the operations like, damn. Like, would you not pay Walt Disney if you could sit down and talk to the CEO of Walt Disney and say, hey, give me a business class on how you make Walt Disney run? Because here's what we do know. We walk in Walt Disney, we see the efficiency. We see the efficiency when we walk in Walt Disney, right? So would you not pay Walt Disney, or would you say, now I'm gonna just go to YouTube and learn how to run a business? Now I'm gonna go talk to the dude who been running Walt Disney. What if you could sit down with Elon Musk and be like, bro, like, give me a business class. Like, show me how you run Tesla, dog. Would you not pay for that? I would. You feel what I'm saying? And so when again, I'm gonna say this again, it's not about me taking away from nobody in my space that teach business. But when from going from Tony to this dude, you just be like, damn, like, why? Like, why nobody, like, why we don't got nobody that teach us business like that? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta constantly go pay them. And I'm telling you, they not cheap. They not cheap, bro. They hitting you for 5 figures every time. And I'm talking about more than 20. And they got the 100K offer. 130, 150. Grant got one for $500,000, 18 months, $499. But by the time his thing is, by the time he's finished with you, you go through his whole assembly team. So his accounting team go through you, his operation team go through you, his strategy team go through you, his village development team go through you. They fix all your books. And I remember Grant said something one time, but not him, but the other dude he worked with, the other dude who do his business department. He said something that was so cool. He was trying to sell me one day. And I went up there. I'm a hard person to sell. Either I won't buy or, like, it's hard to sell me on something. So I remember I went and sat down. I was talking to him. They got this thing called hot seat. So you sit down, they ask you the questions, and essentially it's trying to get you to buy this hot hub. So they found out my revenue and all that. And he asked me this question. He said, do you think we can help you, with your business? I was like, of course I think y'all can. I see what y'all running. And he was like, all right, so what's the problem you having? So I'm like, man, yada, 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 yada. I tell him, he's like, all right. He said, so check this out. It's $350,000. Right? He said, but I guarantee you in 6 months. So what if I guarantee you in 6 months, I can at least give you half of that back? I say, how? He said, 1, I can almost promise you, you got mismanaged money in your business. So I'm gonna go find and mismanaged money because I'm gonna run you through my financial team. These are grade A accountants, grade A bookkeepers, grade A strategists. I'm gonna run you through them, HR. So we gonna go, he said, I can guarantee you, you got at least 40% of your bread, money that you making is unaccounted for, somebody stealing from you, or you mismanaging it. And say, based on that, I can get you half, if I can get you half of that back within 90 days to 6 months, would the $300,000 not be worth it? I said, of course it was. He said, so go back there and sign up for the $300,000. I said, hell no. He said, why not? I said, I just bought a $5 million building. It's not that I don't have $300,000 to give you, but I need to put my resources what's most important. Most important is getting this building where I got to do roof, I got to do this, that. He said, okay, so you telling me that you're not willing to pay me $150? I said, no. You want $300. You don't want $150. You want $300. You want me to give you $300, and you saying in 6 months you can come get the $150, but that don't mean I ain't coming up with the $300 up front. So how about this? How about I give you $150, and then he was like, that ain't how that work. I'm like, exactly. Right? And so me and him went back and forth for a minute, like, because I understood the sales psychology, right? But I even enjoyed that. And then after it was got done, he was like, hey, you a tough cookie, man. He was like, the average person would have bent, right? He was like, you a tough cookie, man. I was like, bro, I just understand. Like, I've never had this type of overhead before. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm $4 million. Like, I owe the bank $4 million. Like, I'm paying my stuff, but this building ain't cheap. But I'm saying that to say, bro, that they got systems set up, bro, to really, and I believe this, and I'm gonna say this wholeheartedly as a man who's done them all. They building real businesses over there, dog. Real education, real, like with Alex Ramosa, his thing is all about acquiring businesses to scale. Tony Robbins has over 2,000 businesses, bro. And I saw what they do, bro. They really help your business optimize, and then they partner with you, bro. That's what they do, bro. They help you, because here's what I learned, bro. And this real talk, this is what I learned. Here's what I learned. Here's what I learned. Most people who run businesses don't know what the hell they doing. Including myself. You figure it out as you go, bro. And you make so many mistakes along the way, bro. And you just gotta be willing to survive the mistakes that you make and hope that they don't bury you. And you gotta be willing to bury with the ship, like I'm dying with this bitch, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because you don't really know what scaling look like. You don't really know, like, if you go get 15 entrepreneurs right now on Instagram and say, hey, what's your hiring process look like? They have no earthly idea. A hiring process, what is that? You know what I'm saying? What do you do to recruit top tier talent? Because you're saying you can't find the right people. Clearly, they're the right people out here. What are you doing to attract high caliber people? Like, damn. What's your recruiting process? What's your pay scale? What's the pay scale you have? Or you just throwing numbers out the air? Yeah, I'll pay him this much, I'll pay him. I've been a victim of it. Yep, I'll pay you this, bro, come on. Overpaying, all kind of shit. Then once you do it, you're stuck. Because you can't overpay somebody, then come say, hey, I gotta take that back from you. Nigga, you tripping. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, like, what's your pay scale? I just be like, damn. So good. Talking to Alex, bro, he said, bro, he pay his people 2 times more whatever the rate is. I say, why? He said, because you want killers or you want mediocrity? He said, you know how I did 100? I'm gonna end with this, I'm gonna go whatever we gotta talk about. He said, you know how I did 100 and whatever million in 3 days? He said, bro, as much as I know about business, I went and paid the best marketing team I could find. And I paid them top tier. I told them what the vision and the goal was. And so now I don't gotta think about that. I can just focus on this. And then I went and hired this. I went and hired that. He said none of that was cheap. But we made 100 and something million in 3 days. So were they not worth it? I was like, yeah. He said, so you use the money to go hire the best people in the world to give you a world-class organization that you can then impact people at a high fucking level. And he said, I'm not afraid of not being the smartest, but I will never be the dumbest. I say, cook me with fish grease, my dog. And so just as entrepreneurs, bruh, And so everybody that's entrepreneurs, man, I want us to just keep going. I want us to keep learning. And I'm not even talking about myself, but I want you to go pay somebody to help you, man. Your business is needed in this world. But you struggling because you don't want to pay people. You're struggling because you're the smartest person in your business, and then you don't have no rules, you don't have no organization, you don't have no culture. And you keep, every time shit get real, you try to solve it. You try to solve it. Or you've made your team comfortable with coming to you to solve all the answers. And so now you can't walk in your greatness. And that's walking in mediocrity. And if you don't learn how to implement AI in your business, if you don't learn how to set a culture for your business, if you don't learn how to have processes and procedures and systems in your business, and I'm not talking about just going on Claude, I'm talking about bringing somebody in that's what they do. If you're not an operations person, guess what? You got to hire somebody that's really freaking good at operations and get out their way. You got to stop saying, this is the way I do it. Clearly, the reason why you ain't scaled is because this is the way you do it. Why am I saying this to y'all? Well, because in this world, to succeed with everything that's going on, you either going to have to be an entrepreneur or an investor. Because having one stream of income ain't gonna be enough. And working multiple jobs ain't gonna cut it. So you either gonna work a job, start a business, work a job, start trading, work a job, get in some real estate, to ultimately that's what you're doing. Instagram makes running a business look so easy and so simple, and it's good when you at the first base level. But when you start growing that business and scaling that business and having this dream that you really want to have on making 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, you better bring some people in that really get busy. And guess what? As a founder and as a visionary, you better have some type of discipline, because guess what? They'll take it from you. They'll steal it from you. So that's why when he said, I may not be the smartest, but I'm damn sure gonna be the dumbest, it's just me because he keep learning. When you interview somebody, how many times are you interviewing somebody for one position? Is it one person? Man, say you interview at least 100 people for a position before he put them in the business. 25 is the minimum. Think about the information you had. If you had one position, you interviewed 25 people, and all of them had 2 or 3 different interviews. Imagine how much data you'd have on that position itself. You may go into that with nothing. What if you went into an interview like this? Look, I need to hire a controller. I have no idea about what a controller should look like in my business. What would you do as a controller in my business? And what if you ask 25 people, controllers, that? How much more would you know about being the controller you wanted for your business? If you ask 25 people as controllers the same question and you wrote down and documented everything that each one of them said, then take that documentation, what they said, put it through chat, Claude, and then come up with the thing that you wanted for your business. I'm just saying that we got to stop looking for the hard way out, the easy way out. The hard way is always the most beneficial way, because it's the way that you learn the most. So even in the Patreon, when I tell people, yeah, I am giving out plays, but I don't want you here to give out the plays. I want you to understand why I'm making the plays that I'm making. I want you to see why I'm doing the things that I'm doing so that you can learn it. So now you're in the group because we vibe out, not because the group is necessary for you to eat. Remember, y'all, mediocrity is the enemy. It's your boy, the Wall Street Chapter, man. This is episode 194, man. Listen, I hope we had a good time. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Listen, I want to see all y'all grow. I want to see all y'all be phenomenal. I want to see all y'all be great. It's anything that I have, man, I want, pour into my squad, man, pour into my people, because I feel like we can get that together, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no money that we can't make. There's no money that we can't make. We got to get that childlike imagination, but we got to have that hunger. We got to have that drive. We got to have that resiliency. We got to build that callous skin. So, man, check us out same time, same place next week. Man, Jose, we ain't even dropped the code for 200 episode. We ain't even dropped that. You've been dropping it. All right, that's good. Get your merch. Get your merch, get your merch, get your merch. Come join the Patreon, man. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night.